Right, so Saturday Princes of the Apocalypse, and you guys have done a bit of exploring around the Dasaran Valley at this point, found a couple of unsavory things going on, and made an enemy or two, made a friend or three, and we find ourselves at the moment in the city of Womford. Now, you guys went there on a joint mission, kind of half to examine the city and see if the reports of rife banditry were correct, which it looks like they pretty much are. Here we are. And also to you try to double it up, and you got a cart of grain for milling that you're going to be bringing back and getting a bit of pay for. Arriving at Womford, it's not much but a dock and a mill and a granary or two, and a couple of houses, and most of the people live in the surrounding areas and the outlying farms, and only come in when they have to, really. We'll just get back onto the map. So you spoke with a gentleman there, or in fact, we'll go back to the Womford map, a gentleman there by the name of Shoalar Genasi, which here we have his picture again. He was captaining a ship there, and you got some information from him. You saw that he had a specific mark for River God Keep, which you took note of. Otherwise, it does seem like he's a regular up and down this river. Take what you will from that.
And we decided he needs killing, right?
I think that was the
Oh,
other.
decided.
Yeah, after offering 500 gold, I don't think he's staying alive.
Yeah,
He
I've
needs
been
to die.
Dead now.
I'm in terrible debt.
Well, I mean, okay, so who was it that was at the forefront having the conversation with him?
Oh, that was
That
me.
was Alexander.
He's the only one
Yeah.
crazy enough to do that.
Okay, Alexander.
I am somehow the face.
Yeah, well, just hope things don't go south anytime soon. After the conversation, we finished that, and you guys departed the docks. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure we're heading to the inn for the night.
Fair enough. You got your grain back, and deciding maybe to start off in the morning towards Redlock. Easy enough to head to the inn. There's a couple of people here the same, and you can see they've got quite a few wagons loaded up here in a bit of a secure courtyard that's got a fence, and you can see a couple of kids sitting there watching. Looks like they've got like clubs and other things, but probably more to make a noise if anything happens. You charged a bit extra for parking your cart here if you choose to use their facilities.
How much are they going to charge for the thing in total?
It is 6 silver per cart per night.
Cutting into our profits.
Yeah.
And so what do we need to... So the carts are empty, or how does this work? We just have to now deliver the empty carts back to...
They're not empty. They have flour in them now.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, using the water to run a stone grinding mill there to crush all the produce up into fine powder.
Got it. City boy.
That's pretty interesting stuff. Apparently, those places can be extremely flammable. Flour powder, if it gets everywhere.
Oh, no. Flour is horrendously flammable.
Ridiculous. Just like explode at the slightest provocation if you don't clean it up.
Don't give ideas to Alexander, please. Please, do not.
Fireball!
Who needs
So-
alchemist fire when we have bags of flour?
The inns themselves are 2 silver pieces per night. It's adequate, nothing too fancy. Includes very like a piece of bread and cheese for supper, kind of.
So I guess first question is: are other people leaving their carts here, and is it a safe thing to do, or is it just will they take our money and they'll still get stolen?
Is the tourist
So-
trap?
That's right.
No, there's quite a few carts here, and you can see the Spitfire Inn is alight inside with people enjoying drinks. There's a fire going. Even sounds like a bit of music coming out. It looks like the lads here are locals that are hired to kind of watch the carts for the patrons. One of the few incomes that the town has, I mean, you could guess that the villagers are quite protective over it.
Fair, yeah.
Right.
If it's high crime, then yeah, you'd have to have something.
So do we? How do we want to deal with that riverboat captain? Is that a today thing? Is that a when we come back thing?
It's a later thing. That's a later thing.
So at the moment, it's going to be around probably around 6 p.m. The sun is on its way down, still up in the air, but people have stopped really moving too much along the road, except for those coming to the inn for a drink. The docks kind of shut down at night. Obviously, not good sailing in the dark.
Pretty sure he headed off, but that was like hours before
Sorry,
we started the. Oh, the guy had like the boat took off. I'm pretty sure. What's his name?
Yeah,
Scola.
Shola.
Yeah.
Oh yes, he set off. They were readying to set off, and they did start heading up the river, I believe.
Yeah. But I know his location because he has my ring.
Unless it starts attuning to it, so let's hope that doesn't happen soon.
Alexander will find out and he will be annoyed.
Mildly annoyed. Alright.
So, is the idea just to kind of spend the night here at the Spitfire Inn? Anything in particular you want to get done here?
Did we plan to do something about the banditry we had in this town, or is it more just that we're investigating?
Well, we figured out unless we like purge half the town, we won't be able to deal with the bandit problem. The more pressing matter than the bandits from here is the keep.
I'm sorry. Is the what?
Is the keep of whatchamacallit, the guy that's fucking
Jolliver
has
Grimthorpe.
peaks. That's the name.
And I believe you spoke
The
to someone
bestiality
who,
person.
yeah, he snuck. Someone was sneaking around and saw through a window some strange shit going on. More like him transforming his features.
Yeah. And there was also the boat captain had a new symbol on the river guard keep, which is like a broken hourglass.
Yep.
I also did find out where the stone fuckers went.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a monastery in the middle of the Sumber Hills along the fairly
think-
close to the river.
I don't know if I think we decided to go to them first. Maybe I'm wrong though.
Yeah. But we do need to deliver the grain. Like the
Yes.
flour first before anything else.
Yeah.
To get rid of it. Since we're going to stay at the inn, Alexander's going to hand over 7 silver. Be like, well, that's 2 silver for me and 4 for the cart. If anybody else wants to get the rest of the cart.
So it's a further 2 silver pieces for the cart.
Oh, hello.
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 Well, welcome.
Can you
hear
hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
So welcome, Hephestus. Hello, Hephestus.
Hello? Oh, sorry, not me. Yeah, sorry. No.
No stress.
You.
Hello?
You're muted now, Hephestus. If you can hear us. Okay, well, hopefully he'll be with us soon. Let us know when you're with us, Hephestus. Otherwise, Spitfire in. Salt of the Earth people in the tap room. You can see farmers that have come in for the same kind of treatments that maybe they're too far away to kind of get back in time for whatever reason, or they just prefer to spend the night here. And the food is fairly simple. It's like kind of hunted animals from the surrounding grasslands, some wild boar, kind of leftover deer, anything like that. Um, and a stew that's probably a variety of the catch of the day for the last week or two. Otherwise, it's pretty comfortable. And unless you plan on, if there's anything you want to do in particular, mingling with the locals and striking up conversations, you guys are welcome to keep to yourself. No one really is going to bother you here. Very well.
Okay, it's gonna
I'll
look around.
eavesdrop a little bit, see if I hear anything interesting.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
Who else was that commented? Alex?
Alexander's gonna eavesdrop as well, see if he can hear anything interesting going on.
I think Dave, even though he knows it won't nothing will come of it, he will keep an eye for the bandits that escaped in my eyes, because yeah, to be let go, because they didn't get justice yet. So
Fair enough. Keep watch for them. Just trying to see if you notice anyone by the looks of. From what you can see in the tap room, there definitely seems to be like a clientele here. It's mostly farmers from the surrounding areas. You can imagine that with the very obvious kind of thick-set young men out in the front with cudgels, not the guys watching the carts, but this place has a lot of security. There's two guys out by the front door as well, ready to step in if fights happen or to kind of deny entry to a certain type of person. You are not bothered by any one of the town bandits tonight, unless they are fairly well disguised. As for your perception, so X and Alexander, you guys, while you're drinking, you're listening to a bit about the locals. There's a bit of a dice game happening in the corner, and you can sense this kind of underlying unease at the situation, not necessarily because of the banditry in the town. That seems like something that people are acclimatized to at this point, but others have definitely started to pick up on strange weather patterns, people going missing, more banditry than usual, which is always a problem, more serious banditry like straight up murder or kidnapping, not just robbing. According to the farmers, nowhere safe anymore, I tell you. Why? Just 20 years ago, a man could walk the road after dark and not fear for his life. Everything's gone downhill. Seems to be the general idea from the populace. As for something in particular, you do hear mention of apparently there was a large group of strange forest people, kind of like they came through with wagons and mules, all with matted hair and unkempt clothes and smelling of unwashed bodies, going to some kind of gathering in the hills up north. There seems to be some kind of event or festival that they spoke of, a gathering of like-minded people. They look kind of like druids or something similar.
Druid like.
Yeah, but you're not too sure. I mean, I think one of our players also heard.
You can say it's Woodstock.
One of the players who visited Valleyvo Sundries in the beginning was also kind of heard the same vibe from Valleyvo. One of the cultists I mean, one of the people that was moving through on the wagons even sold a couple of books and memorabilia there. But other than that, the people are worried. The unseasonable weather is damaging for the crops. It's always a bad sign because it's the whole people's livelihood here.
But we did kind of figure out why some of the weather was happening.
You did notice at one point, yeah, an air
Yeah, air elemental.
So probably not the cause for everything here, but definitely maybe some of the strange local changes in that area in that day. I think that's pretty much everything else. As you guys head up to your kind of bunk beds one by one in the village of Womford, you get a room where everyone can kind of sleep relatively safely together. Are you guys still going to be keeping watch or trusting in the god of the taverns?
I think it's best off for us to keep a watch just in case.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea. And there are enough of us. We only need one per every hour or two.
Yeah. Well,
Not that we
no,
don't
not even that.
trust them. It's just
Well, I can take most of the watch. I don't need that much sleep.
I
Very
do.
well. I would like full watch. We need at least 4 different perception checks.
Alright.
So let's
Hello?
get rolling there. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh no, it's just somebody's microphone just had a seizure.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Same.
Oh,
We got 2. We need 2
actually
more.
rolling well.
Now, I mean, there's a couple of rowdier taverns that are closer to the dockside that cater to more rough clientele. You can hear the sounds and see the light of that kind of glowing from the town fairly
Bless you.
late into the night.
Sorry.
No stress. As the dawn begins to rise over the Dasaran hills, you've got what's actually quite an enjoyable view out onto the Dasaran River, and you can see now, even at this time, barges, kind of flat, wide, stock carrying ships heading down from Tribor and Yata and all the other small Yata, all the other northern cities further up above the Dasaran Valley, and heading down to I believe Waterdeep mostly, and the other towns there. There's quite a fair amount of river trade that uses the Dasaran River for transporting goods. But as you guys slowly come to groggily and get downstairs, you're able to enjoy a fairly simple but enjoyable breakfast. The owner does tell you, kind of a no-nonsense man, losing most of the hair on top, just this kind of black strip around the side. I've got to tell you, I had to pay one of my boys last night. Seems like someone tried to bribe their way into your cart. And we've got... No, you don't have to worry. Anyone tries to bribe my boys, they come to me and I pay them double what they were offered. They were turned away. Just thought you should know, that's all.
Did we get an appearance of the guy, or just common riff-raff looking guy?
We might be able, convinced to handle the briber and maybe get them to reimburse you. If you know who
this
the
happens
briber
all the
was.
time. I'll speak to some of the lads. They said it was one of the dock workers. Unruly lots. Most of them take an extra coin here or there to lift what they can and delay what they can't.
Well, up to you. If you think that a show of strength might stop that type of activity.
Look, I've got the man's description. If there's something you want to be doing about it, I'm not going to stop you, but I've found it usually doesn't end well, at least for the folks living here.
Fair enough.
He nods.
Anyway, thanks a lot for your hard work. Do you know
keep
when?
on- Yes.
Do you know when all this banditry started? Really in Wanford? Is this a recent thing, or has it been going on for a while?
It's gone downhill for Womford. As Redlock and the other towns have increased nearby, some of the people have moved away, and the last couple of months it has gotten worse than it's ever been before. I will say that. Something's definitely giving these lads direction, is what it feels like.
And also made it worse by what we heard last night. Okay, thanks for your hard work. Hope you have a lovely day. Alexander's going to start heading towards the cart just to check on it.
Yeah, you can do. And you're told pretty much the same, the same story by some of the young kids outside. But we didn't take it, Mister. We told him to go shove it where the sun don't shine.
Good on you. It's always good to see guards with integrity.
Not so. It looks like some of the. I mean, they're like probably 18, 19-year-old kids from the town doing a bit of extra work for some money. They probably work on their dad's fields during the day. So it's up to you guys on how to proceed. Are you just grabbing your carts and heading straight out of here? What's the plan?
Yeah, I think we shouldn't overstay our welcome.
We don't.
I don't think we can
Yeah,
do
we're
anything
looking
for the
for the-
bandit.
Yeah, we're looking
Better
to head over
couple
to the
of-
guy who tried to rob us, or we're just gonna let it go.
Which is good. I think it's best for us to just let it go. Feel like we're going to cause more problems for the tavern if we chase it up.
It sounds like it's just a common occurrence here, and we should just let it go. To me, yeah.
And walking through the streets of Womford, I mean, you can see some of the town folk. People are quick to look away, try not to make eye contact, go about their own business, stay out on the street as fairly little as possible, fortunately. But you have your flour processed, and your job here is complete, at least.
Well, I think it's time.
Yeah?
I think it's time for us to head back to Redlock.
Sure.
Can't really raid a keep or cultists hang out with a wagon full of flour. Kind of ridiculous.
Use it to blow open the walls of the keep.
Well, we couldn't do that. We could use it to suffocate everybody alive or burn them all alive.
Well, regardless, it's not that long to get to the bridge and back on the road towards Redlock, heading past the barge right in on your way. You are joined by some of the other. Well, you're joined by a couple of farmers that you've even seen in Redlock before that have obviously happened to make the trip at the same time. People seem to be bringing in their crops recently for production and transport. It's going to be a fair trip, though, all the way back to Redlock. Probably a day and a half's travel. And if anyone is going to be taking the role of kind of keeping a watch for the group, you're welcome to give me perception checks now as you head out. And if there's anything you're wanting to do while you're traveling, you can let me know.
Alexander's going to hang back and see if he can get Dave to hang back with him to have a chat with him.
Sure. Dave is always down to chat for a chat.
Okay. Are you wanting to roleplay that, or just in general, and then you'll refer to it later?
It's... Well, I'll roleplay it. You don't mind?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Hey, but Dave, can I speak to you about something important?
Oh yeah. Oh,
It's,
this is so formal.
Uh, well, it's about those Reavers and the cultists the other day.
Oh, what happened? Are you okay? Did they hurt you?
Well, no, I'm fine. I'm just making sure you understand why I killed them.
I understand, but I don't agree with it at all.
I'll try to keep that in mind. It's just these guys, you can't save them. They're not going to listen to any reason. And the longer if we just let them go, they were just going to infect other people with their rhetoric. Cause this cult get even worse.
Listen, I know you. I know you've lived more lives than me, but it doesn't mean you know the right way every time. Um, we've all done bad things. We all have things we regret. We all have things we don't regret, but we will regret in the future. I think killing them is the easy way, but it's also the wrong way most of the times.
Next time I'll keep that in mind for you. At least get your opinion on it before I make the decision.
Thank you. All right.
So, catching up with the rest of the group, and there's a fair amount of traffic on the road today. You guys are kind of leaving in a group of others this morning that are setting off together from the inn. And safety in numbers at the very least. For the most part, the day is fairly uneventful. There is 5 or 6 of you, and what turns out to be quite an overcast, boring, muggy day. There's a bit of a cool breeze that keeps everything quite chilly, to be honest. But around afternoon, here we are. Around afternoon, you're almost approaching the campsite where you had the ambush last time. You see another one of these strange occurrences as the kind of thin gray layer of cloud seems to swell and ripple out in every direction in an unnatural show of speed. Rain clouds gather above the entire of the Dasaran Valley here. You can hear the people whispering to each other around you, calling out and pointing at the sky. But over the course of about 30-40 seconds, what's gone from rough, grey, misty skies to full-on thunderclouds that begin to pour down. You guys are all immediately soaked to the bone.
Can
This
we
weather's
see any
really
element-
sudden.
Can we see any elementals, or does it seem much more magical?
So, yeah, just to comment on that elemental, from what you saw, it looked to be playing in the clouds and kind of shaping it. It probably wasn't the reason for any great sudden shift in the environment around you.
Okay.
Yeah, while elementals are powerful in their own right, you'd need a group of them coming together to kind of cause widespread changes like this. And you can keep your eye out while you're traveling. You see kind of Hephestus looking up, maybe ominously as he does pray to the storms, and this one seems ill-fated somehow. It's not meant to be, but here it is. People put their heads down and begin to travel faster as hard as they can push their animals, pretty much.
Do you want to stop at that same campsite tonight? At least it's already set down area. Set up for the night.
We'll be stopping pretty early, I think, if we did that.
Yeah, I mean,
We don't want to go too far.
These guys, you're surrounded by all these other carts, so they're probably gonna form like a side camp at the end of the day as well. Safety in numbers once more.
I thought we just push on with these guys.
Well, let's
Okay.
hope this doesn't get too bad.
So the storm beating down and following you for most of the day, you get quite close to the outlying areas of Redlock. Over the next couple of hours, trudging through the wet, squelching roads now, instantly getting soaked from head to toe, unless you got some kind of oiled or waxed coats or something like that. You find travel becomes very uncomfortable. The people around you in the same vein, just moving as fast as they can, and as it becomes clear that it's getting dangerous to keep going in the darkness, you see the people start to form a kind of a horseshoe shape where everyone gets in the center and gets as much cover from the rain as they can, using the wagons and any kind of fold-out areas. Now, yes?
Nothing.
as you all are sheltered here on the side of the Cairn Road, seeing the storm play out above you, people trying to start a little fire off in the corner. You can see it constantly getting blown out by the wind, and you hear the howling. It almost sounds like laughter for a moment. Looking into the sky, these flashes of lightning illuminate the world around you, putting everything into stark contrast. You can see the scared faces jump into view as everyone seems to be looking upward, following their gazes. You see what looks to be figures dancing around in the clouds, moving on the eddies, riding the lightning into the earth. The storm around you seems wild, seems elemental, and you can see that many of the townsfolk here are kind of praying to the gods, getting as far under the caravans as they can.
Oh, these things have no chill, do they?
Talking about
Otherwise,
So we can
the storms or the peasants.
the storms. Well,
you have little.
I think this is gonna be your day.
Yeah. You guys are stuck here in the darkness.
Is it Hephestus with the divine sense?
Helios. Not Helios.
Yeah.
Dave.
I don't have divine sense, mate.
Yeah, pretty sure it's Hephestus who can detect celestials and whatnot.
No, that's Dave.
Yeah, that's Dave. I can do that if you want. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's a paladin thing.
Sure. It
I was
has
just curious
like
if you could.
has a range, I think, but it's
60
not
feet.
that long. Yeah, so
No,
I
it's
don't know.
only 60 feet. I thought it was
I'll
longer
still-
than
yeah.
that. Okay.
I used it just in case. I use it. I probably don't see anything, but
So
Except for the undead and the
Yes.
celestial in the body.
I think my powers are broken. I keep seeing things that are not there.
Hephestus, if you'd like to make a religion check for me, you're welcome to
Yeah.
do so.
I will do.
Yeah. Okay. So, at the base natural level, this definitely doesn't feel like any of the storms you've experienced. You're not really sure more than that, but it's throwing you off somewhat. And as you guys are all watching these figures dart around, using the kind of the clouds and the winds, one of them actually swoops down closer, and you hear one of the people cry out, and someone falls over on the other side of the camp, and you just see this figure
Shut up.
into the air once more.
I run to
Dude,
them.
somebody just
Are
get
they dead?
jumped by a fucking elemental.
Are they dead? Completely?
There is a person that has collapsed onto their back. The others are kind of crowded around, pulling him in as much as they can. He is still alive, but he has what looks to be a dart sticking out of his shoulder.
Dart or a dot?
If that's
Like a throwing dart.
Oh,
that is not
that's-
elemental bullshit.
Yeah, a dart is not elemental. Well, I'll run to him and I'll use my lay on hand. At least I'll use 3 hit points. Try to alleviate some of the pain. I don't want him to die.
Yeah, no, that definitely does the trick, and he thanks you. You can see all the people are looking up, pretty terrified, wondering what is happening. Anyone who wants to kind of keep an eye out can give me a perception check and try to ascertain what's going on here.
I will. That's some dangerous stuffs. And after that, I will go right back next to the group. Try to
Jesus.
huddle around them.
Okay, whoa, hot damn, Hephestus is on it.
I am on it too.
Yeah, so Hephestus, you actually now, you concentrate, seeing the storm for what it is, some kind of strange coalescing of power, of elemental energies, and you can pick out these figures that are riding the storm, as it were. There are figures in leather gear that has like webs on the arms and legs, so it looks like they're wearing some kind of wing wear. Here's a picture of generally, as one gets close enough, you can see that it actually is a kind of leather armor. Yeah, I think he's got a feat that helped him there.
Yeah.
Do I see them?
this is what they look like. So they're not, as they appear in this picture, they're not using these strange balloons, but they've got this kind of webbed leather armor that allows them to glide and catch the winds. And you're not sure how they're
Oh.
staying flying.
Did you apply the picture? Now I see it.
That's a little funny.
Yeah, that's just
Are they close?
Not so close, no. They are. You can see them about 100 to 200 feet above you guys. Every now and again, one kind of darts down. I mean, he got within like 30, 40 feet of the ground to throw the darts.
Can I prepare to try and intercept one if they get low, like say 50 odd feet?
Sure. Oh, stop one of the people or stop one of the darts?
I want to stop one of the people.
How are you going to get into the sky?
I have wings.
Okay.
Good answer.
You definitely keep an eye
I'll
out.
provide a little bit of cover with the wand of magic missile in case they get in range as well. And it looks
I'll
like
tell
he's in
everyone.
danger.
I'll tell everyone to
I would-
be kind of close to me, around 5 feet from me, so I can protect them. I have some stuff to take damage from you. So yeah.
Alexander's gonna yell, "Oi, knock it the fuck off!"
And the howling winds kind of scream right back at you, stealing the power from your voice. Now, Hephestus, was there something you also wanted to do in the situation? You can see your friends are kind of waiting, watching, waiting for the moment where one comes close enough again.
I don't have so much spells to assist them.
Okay.
Would I know if they are casting magic?
We did see a dart.
They've thrown an actual weapon. You're not sure how they're staying aloft. You would imagine it's definitely some kind of magic, or maybe their armor is enchanted. It's either something they're doing or they have. There's no way they would be up there in this kind of raging storm. They would be thrown around like twigs. Something seems to be protecting them from the force of the
Okay,
storm.
here's what I would do. When they went on their big dive, before they arrived to their end point, I would cast a few moments before Fog Cloud, so they wouldn't know the exact location, and hopefully they would dive further and come closer to us.
So you're wanting to cover their vision with that, or cast it over yourself to
No,
hide yourself?
I would cast it. I can cast it 120 feet away from me. So I would cast it, let's say, to 50 feet. But when they had the velocity which they couldn't reduce immediately.
So just keep in mind, you're in a howling windstorm. If you make a fog cloud, it'll last
Yeah,
for a
forget
second.
it. Possibly it will be blown away, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot
But
that.
okay.
Yeah, so I don't have anything else to do. Maybe I could bless them, so they have higher chances to succeed.
You can, yeah.
Who wants to
definitely.
bless?
You can see that. Who's preparing to jump into the air?
I am.
And how do you
Okay,
get your
so
wings on? Is it an action?
Sorry?
Is it an action to extend your wings?
Bonus action.
Okay, so you can do it pretty quickly.
Don't bless back
Are
and
you sure?
protect people. Yeah, I don't have any way to get to them, and I'm just here to protect the ones in the back. They're gonna be ranged.
Okay, so I won't do anything. I'm just watching.
And you can bless Helios.
Maybe I can cast a sacred flame. I can hold an action when
Sure.
he's within 60 feet from me, so I can hit him.
Sure, yeah, you can definitely do that.
Yeah,
Just
that's my course of action.
get you guys onto a rough map of what we are experiencing here. Okay, so we've got everyone here now. A lot of the people are pulled up against any protection they can get from the storm. Hephestus always a weird size.
Oh, it's always so tiny.
Wait, you're on the map layer. Okay, so
Yeah, my buddy.
I'm gonna try to be next to as many people as possible.
No problem. Okay, so these guys moving through the air, you can see that one of them, as you kind of watching them, you hear your friends call out to you as well. Helios, the one, starts to do like this banking turn and begin to slowly, well, actually with quite great speed, start rocketing towards the camp again. And as you prepare yourself, now, what kind of wings? What does the party see when you bring your wings out?
You watch as light erupts from his back. You see two great, the same draconic wings he used to protect himself against that necromancer route. But this time they stick around instead of just phasing there for defense.
Nice. Well, this figure starts to plummet towards you, and you can see they're going to get, looks to be 60, 50, 40, and you push yourself into the air. I think at this point as well, we have Hephestus trying to hit one of them. You can see there's two diving together, in fact. Let me get them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to magic missile him as well.
Are you all focusing on one single person?
Yeah.
So as you hold your action, these two kind of swoop down over the camp. You can see their hands reaching into their vests, pulling out something that reflects a bit of the light from the lightning nearby. And let's do an initiative and just go down the list, getting everything that's happening here. So Dave, you're watching out for people.
Can I
Do you want to do anything?
prepare an attack to just if one of them gets in range for me, I'll try to get an attack even if it's not optimal,
No
like
problem.
a sword attack.
Yeah, or you could wait to kind of like pin someone to the ground and keep them from getting away.
Yeah.
Hephestus is got his sacred flame now. As these creatures, you can see definitely people wearing armor. That's going to make a dex save. You can roll. Have you rolled your damage for that?
Yeah, it's 5 radiant. DC, I think 13.
Yeah. You see a slight glow through the pelting rain as this figure wobbles in the air slightly. We get to Onyx. Were you holding an action? Oh, a twin spell. Very nice.
We can't hear if you're speaking.
Yeah.
Onyx.
I wasn't.
Oh.
So roll
But
again.
yeah, one spell, guiding bolt. So that's for the first one. That's for the second one.
Nice. Okay. So the first one, this figure, shaken by the radiant damage from the previous spell, sees at the last moment and barrels out of the side. The second one, not so lucky. You can roll damage on that 24 as your guiding bolt slams into him. Nice. 13 radiance. He almost completely falls out of the air. Go around to Helios, who now you're gonna try and like basically grapple.
How close are they out to me?
So they're about, we'll say, they're flying overhead. They're about 35 feet up, 30 to 40 feet.
Yeah. They're not just out of range. Okay.
Well, you can position yourself as well differently. This is just where I dragged you.
I've only just got about 30 feet. I only got 30 feet flying speed, so it doesn't matter how high above me they are.
That's fine. You can, as you're watching them come down, you're kind of watching up in the air, walking a bit forward, and as you see they're about to fly overhead, you can push up from the ground.
Fantastic. I'll attempt to... Do I have my bonus action for this or no?
No, because
Cool.
How
I'm
long do
taking
your
sure.
wings last? How long do your wings last?
1 minute.
You could have done that preemptively if you chose to.
Yeah, we'll done as soon as I saw them coming. In that case, bonus...
Yep, so what are you doing? Sorry, carry on.
Bonus action rage. And I'm just gonna swing my greatsword at these guys.
Oh.
it's murder time.
Death.
Okay, so let me just check here. So I forgot to add them on here, of course. These creatures. Okay, so let's see here, 23. In fact, what ranged weapon attacks? No one used a weapon attack. It was all spells. This creature is going to. So as they fly ahead, they can. They're actually the first one's going to be. Well, his turn would happen before everyone started pummeling into him. So he's going to think this is not that dangerous situation yet. They're used to must be used to kind of picking on people that are unable to fight back in the howling winds. He's just going to make a dart attack. This is probably going to be against one of you guys that are kind of out in the open there. We're going to say Onyx is no, he's a hard shot. Most likely Helios. And it's going to be before you were raging Helios.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry about that. Okay, so we're just going to say 2 thrown darts at you. Let's whispering that. Looks like the highest to hit is going to be a 14.
That misses.
Okay. The wind moves the darts to the side. They are not accurate enough to hit into you this time. As their turns go by, we get to you rising up into the air, raging with your wings pushing you up. As soon as you leave the ground, you can feel yourself getting battered and almost getting completely thrown around by the howling, raging winds. And it gets more difficult the higher up you go. I'm going to have you make an athletics check at the end of your turn. But for the meantime, you're just rising up to meet them sword in hand?
Yep.
Okay. Let's get some attacks.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, in air.
Yes. So a huge slice. You see, you rip open the chest armor of one of these figures, and they immediately the flaps keeping them aloft starts to. I mean, the air pressure pushes the sliced bit open further, which kind of destabilizes them, and they start to kind of spiral and lower in altitude. This guy is pretty wounded from that.
Cool, that's my turn then. And you want athletics.
Yes, please. So there were a couple that didn't come down with these guys. Just want to see what they're going to be doing. Okay, so yeah, the wind's whipping around, throwing you off course. Let's see here. Should do a 12. So you find yourself kind of pushed back and moving more over Onyx as you're trying to maintain your spot. You keep relatively the same altitude. Let's see here. I just want to bring these 2 gentlemen in here as well, because they're going to be watching from the top. Let's actually... I'll actually just have them both move on initiative 8. That makes it easier. Okay, so these 2 circling around the camp, they can now kind of see something is definitely happening. There's sudden bolts of electrical energy that shoots down from the sky. Let's see. Well, I think definitely one is going to be at Helios, and the other one is going to be at one of the kind of larger figures on the ground. We'll say X for now. So first at Helios, and then second at X. Helios. Oh wait, damn it! Why is it still whispering? They changed the default settings. I'm really struggling to turn off this whisper thing. But that's an 18 to hit you.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You see this blink of light spinning towards you, slamming into you. It looks to be some kind of boomerang that as soon as it hits you emits this thunderous wave of force. You're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning, and you're going to take 7 points of thunder damage.
You already have that for, or
Nope, I haven't halved anything.
okay.
And you need to please make a con saving throw for me. You're fine. Yeah, as the energy starts to kind of seize and mess with your muscles, you throw it off. And then we're going to have an attack against X, which will be a natural 1. So this one, like a bolt of lightning out of the sky, slams into the ground before spinning back up into the air towards this creature. It's going to end their turn. Sorry, Onyx is already gone. X, do you have anything you're doing?
Oh no, Onyx didn't go. Oh wait, sorry.
This is the same
His twin soul. Yeah.
So, this, I guess, is the time that he did the Wand of Magic Missiles and did 2 points of damage.
Sorry, I attacked with those guys out of turn, so I'll just change that up. How much did you do?
14.
14?
3, 6, 9.
I just can't
And
hear
there's
14.
one-
Perfect, okay.
And then one later, lower.
And that's the same one, yeah, and with that, as he's spiraling, having been hit by Helios, the bolts coalesce, slamming into his chest and just dropping him to the ground. He comes slamming into the floor and rolls kind of to the edge of camp. Are you staying where you are, X?
Let's see. I don't want to be in a line in case there's, lightning, so I'll go over there.
Okay. Alexander.
So that body landed a while away from us, didn't it? Yeah. The first thing Alexander's going to do is he's going to wave his hand, grab a bit of powdered iron out of his pouch, and throw it towards Helios. And he's going to cast Enlarge Reduce on him, and he's going to be enlarged.
Wow, okay.
You have that?
So he gains... Yes, I do. So he gains advantage on strength checks, strength saving throws, and he also does a d4 extra damage.
Nice.
Nice.
You now see a very large celestial flying in the sky, huge wings now kind of disrupting the ground below you. You can see all the plants and stuff being thrown around. It's a pretty hectic downdraft over you guys.
Then he's gonna start making his way towards the body of the... Oh, I can make it. He's gonna run over here. Boop. And he's going to prepare to search through that hurricane's dead body. See if he can figure out how does that wingsuit work and if there's any way to disrupt them.
Mid-combat.
Yeah, well, yeah, that'll take you out of combat for now. You can start searching through the body. Dave, are you doing anything in the time being?
I guess I'll walk up to Onyx and Hephestus, trying to stay close to them to make sure if anything attacks them, I can cover them. And I'll just prepare an attack in case someone comes close, even though that's not going to happen.
So this figure is about 30 feet off the ground, and the two others flying up ahead, up above you guys, are going up and down between 60 and 100 feet.
So Hephestus is targeting the first creature, which is within the range of 60 feet.
Okay.
And he raises his fist, targets this guy, and closes the fist suddenly. And then a light comes up from above, and radiant damage strikes him. He fails to save.
Yep, I'm still whispering, sorry. That's a 7, he definitely fails. A further 4 radiant damage. Very nice. He's also looking a bit shaky in the sky. Are you staying where you are, Hephestus?
And I'm yelling, "Go the fuck away!"
Nice.
Yes, I'm staying here.
Sure. The other kind of commoners have all fled, dived under carts, under trees, into tents, any way they can get out of sight of the harassment. The guy here, who was the one that was wounded, has been dragged by his friend into his tent over there. As that brings us to the hurricane here. He sees what you did to him, Hephestus, and as he flies overhead, he's going to stow the dart, and instead he's going to hit you with his storm boomerang.
Okay.
It's a 16 to hit you, though. Does that?
No,
does-
it doesn't hit.
Yeah, you raise your shield, and as this, I mean, it's strange to get attacked by a boomerang. You don't expect it to have much force, but there's this thunderous concussion that kind of blasts your arm back a little bit before the weapon is deflected and spins back up into the air, into the man's hand. He completes the flight overhead as he's darting past and moving about 45
Yeah.
feet. That brings us to Helios.
Is there anyone within 30 feet of me I can get to?
That guy's still within 30 feet, yes.
Perfect, I chase him down then.
Over here, yeah, he looks behind him, like fucking terrified. This giant creature flapping after him.
And I'm going to recklessly attack this one.
Okay,
Thank fuck.
nice choice. 20 will hit.
And a d4.
Add a d4.
So 17, 21 damage.
These damage rolls.
God damn. So your
That's
weapon is
that many
enlarged. Yeah, your weapon is enlarged as well. Are you just swinging with Wild Abandon? I guess you are, because you're recklessly attacking, hey?
Yeah, I guess pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you just cut the guy in half right down the middle, and you can see kind of blood splatter down onto the tents below as the two halves fly into the bushes down there.
I
Give me
guess
an
I'll just-
athletics check with advantage. Or what are you doing?
Are these enemies or are these commoners?
Those are commoners who are shitting themselves.
Cool. I don't intimidate them.
You don't have a choice.
I don't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but with your enlarged state, you kind of easily keep your place in the air. These
I still
guys,
10 feet of movement, so I'm just gonna move 2 feet this way.
yes, no problem. These figures here, I think, at this point, seeing two of their friends having been completely taken out, decapitated, cut in half, you see a bit of magic in the air as they cast. There's some kind of nature magic that coalesces the winds under them, and you can see as they've been gliding most of the time, they start to gain altitude, getting as high as they can, pretty much. They get to the range of about 135 feet. Well, let's see. No, can they do that on their turn? I'd say, yeah. You see one of them points his hands down, and points his hands down and casts gusts of wind. And this line of strong wind, 60 feet, just slams into the camp. You can feel everyone kind of pushed down to the ground, but this has the added effect of shooting him up further into the sky, and he spirals up into the clouds before being lost from sight. The other guy doesn't seem to have as good a control of the weather as that one did, and he starts to rise using some slower magic, and gets to about 100 feet up on his turn as he starts to fly to the north.
Oh, well, 100 feet is less than 120, so I'll magic missile him.
You fuck yourself.
Sucks to suck.
Jeez, how many?
Gee.
So 15 damage. You see these blue pinpricks pepper his body, throws into the side, getting. You almost bring him to the point of being bloodied.
Does he need to roll concentration?
Let me double check. I don't think he was. That one was concentrating on anything. No. The other one was using gust of wind, which is concentration, but he was just using. Gust as a cantrip.
Okay.
Okay, so getting a huge blast into him. Is anybody else going to be throwing in an attack at this fleeing figure before we combat?
Yes.
I scream. Rocks rule.
That sky's true. He's only like 100 feet above me, isn't he? He's already damaged. I'm going to upcast sleep.
What's the range?
Oh wait, no, he's 100. But it does have a 20. It's a 90 feet range, but it has a 20 feet
Yeah, so you could.
point. Yeah.
Sleep a flying guy. He's gonna.
Yeah, you see, he just his head
Oh, fuck,
drops
he's flying.
off a limp, and he starts spiraling down.
Um,
Catch him!
yeah, you
No,
know,
he's,
catch him,
he's
please.
gone.
I really doubt there's going to be a chance, as he was traveling horizontally, so he's still got that horizontal speed, and his movement speed was 45 feet around.
Well,
Now we can interrogate him. Smash into a rock wall.
Interrogate the person.
Never mind.
Hold on. So that's going to be 11d6.
No. Come on,
Wait,
roll
can I
one.
still-
Oh.
can I still check? Oh, yeah, I will have chased him just to see if he survived. So I'm just like, well, that's a bloody smear.
You know, I'd say
Great, Helios.
if you could get a 19 or a 20 on an athletics check, I mean a natural 19 or 20, there may be something you could do.
Let's see then. I don't have advantage or anything, do I?
You're right.
No,
You
I don't think-
actually do because you're big.
Oh, fantastic! Come on.
Okay, so I mean these huge. You look to the side, and your wingspan is now 5-10 feet out to each side, and you put it to good use. Kind of just putting everything you have. You can feel your shoulder muscles almost ripping and screaming as you put your head down and turn into this bullet that spiraling towards the ground, just at a different angle to this figure. You manage to grab him just as he's about to slam into this ridge of rock. You're going to take half of the damage of his full damage. You're going to be taking 20 points of bludgeoning.
Sure. Half down to 10.
But you catch him in your body as you put your arms around him. You feel yourself slam into the ground, grinding along, thrown, and coming to a rest down here. But that does bring us from initiative, as the last one is lost from sight, disappearing into the clouds.
I run to Helios. It's the first time I've seen him save anyone. We need to encourage this behavior.
Hang on. Yours has been nothing but trying to save people.
Yeah. What?
Where the fuck is this idea that he's a murder haver come from? He's like the one guy that
Yes,
always
that
sitting
he
still.
decapitates sleeping people. That's where it's coming
That was
from.
one guy.
You decapitate one guy,
You know what they say?
In a bad
Save
mood.
100 people, but you fuck one goat. I'm gonna cut you.
Who the
I
I was
heal
really-
for it.
I was
Yeah.
healing hands myself as well.
Alexander's gonna start finally looking to this hurricane's body just to see if he can identify what type of magic was keeping them afloat.
So what did you cast? Sorry.
Oh no,
Oh,
he's
healing
just
hands.
Oh, you're
Oh.
looking? Just looking? Oh, you can make me an Arcana /
Yeah.
investigation.
I did healing hands. sorry.
Arcanum. Arcanum mostly.
Yep, more appropriate. Go roll. Nice. So,
Is that enough, or because I do have my knowledge from a past life? That's always well done with me.
you
Fuck it.
you feel you start to. Okay.
27.
This is some kind of leather that, through the use of, you can see it does have flaps to aid in catching the air, but there is definitely some kind of magic woven into it. You feel it's wild magic. It's probably most likely elemental from what you've been experiencing. This has definitely got the feel of the plane of air around it, and with that, you can figure out how this works. Now, I mean, one is cut in half, and the other has a fairly bad slash in it. The third one
Oh,
is...
you have one. That's good.
You do, yes, you do. And basically, once this has been attuned and learned how to be used, you could use this to glide effectively. Your altitude would drop 5 feet a turn. You get the idea that these guys were probably using some kind of air spells to negate this altitude drop. And something else is, I mean, from the sheer amount of force that Helios experienced climbing into the sky, these guys were definitely not experiencing the storm on the same level as you guys were. They were
These
actually
fuckers
able
were
to,
cheating.
yeah, they were able to have like proper flight paths, not just fight against these strange eddies that constantly change direction and shift. So I'll give you the handout for this. This is wingwear.
I love it.
Now we need 5 more, and then we can be a gliding group.
No, we don't
So
need
it's
five, do we?
uniform.
true.
Or
Sorry, Hephestus.
Okay,
What did you say
they
there?
all have boomerangs.
I mean, it's a leather uniform, correct?
Yeah, it's not armor.
Oh, okay. So we can have it above our gear. I mean,
Mm.
No, you're not going to be able to use this with metal armor. You're going to have to be as light as possible, most likely.
yeah.
So
Okay.
the
But I
only
mean,
person that
the
really
boomerang,
would
yeah.
benefit from this is me. So the only one not wearing armor that does not even know how to fly.
Surprisingly enough, same here for me. I could actually use this.
That'd be awesome. The boomerangs, the one you do see one or two of them. They seem fairly mundane. They're not doing anything special. They feel like regular boomerangs to you. They're made of a very thin, lightweight metal.
One at me. Do it. Do it.
So you try to throw one?
Someone do it at me. Do it.
Yeah, I'll throw one.
Okay. Give me a d20 attack roll. So they're lightweight and it has a good feel to it as you kind of release it. It doesn't strike your target, but flies kind of just off to the side and hits into the ground. And you can see there's a bit of force behind it, but it doesn't have this kind of thunderous burst that they had when you were attacked with them. And you can test until it hits him if you think that's the issue, and it inflicts a bit of bludgeoning damage, and there's no thunder damage on it. You're not sure as to why.
Okay, let's. I'm gonna say okay. One was enough. Let's wait for to interrogate them before you start barraging me with boomerangs.
Although that's not a bad ranged weapon to have. So how many mundane boomerangs do I find?
2.
Should I add it to the character sheet?
Yeah. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna hold them just in case.
Yep.
My ranged
Well,
options.
I'm gonna
Unless
start telling
anyone
this
else
guy.
wants to.
Yeah?
No, I'll let him finish first.
I mean, that guy's unconscious, but he's still
I
alive.
was just I'm gonna tie him up, but just do we notice like the weather changing at all? Like even coming slightly less stormy?
No.
Yeah. Cool.
Alexander's gonna strip the bodies and drag them off out of the campsite while they're investigating these boomerangs. After he's done investigating the armor.
Sure.
They will.
Some of the commoners emerge to see what's happened now that the sounds have quietened down. One or two of them offers to help you carry off the bodies. They're fairly old hands at banditry at this point, although they've never been attacked by people flying and riding the storms.
That was about to be my next question.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a new line of work these bandits have taken up.
Alexander's also going to grab the one that was cut in half as well.
Yeah, so I mean, they don't seem to have coin purses or anything. You can imagine they would probably want to travel as light as possible. Each one does have 4 darts that are strapped to a bandolier along the leg. So you can get 12 in total. Well, one's been thrown, so I mean, you could retrieve it from the guy's shoulder and then get 12.
Hello, sir. That was just traumatized by flying warriors. Let me just dig in there.
Or do you need that? Can I just?
Ah!
But otherwise, I mean, people gather a bit around, chatting, wearing out the adrenaline before the commoners, at least, before they start to disperse. But as for you guys, you have a prisoner that Helios has tied up and dragged back into the campsite at this point, probably.
Yep.
Helios is actually still big. I have not dropped
Oh, that's-
concentration yet.
Doesn't it only last
It's
a
only a-
minute, though?
Oh yeah, probably would have stopped by now.
He
And
transforms
my
back.
amazing wings have faded.
Yes.
You're no longer big. So first of all, let's strip this guy.
Yeah, he's got a fully working set of wingwear on him.
Definitely not keeping that.
So the one that got a big gash out of it, is that one still functional, or could I tell it's not going to work anymore?
If you could repair it seamlessly, like maybe mending or something to that effect.
So we have one, unless one of the other spellcasters have mending.
To be fair, even damage probably worth a decent amount of money to someone.
Well,
Hold on.
that's why he grabbed the one that was cut in half as well.
Sorry?
What was that on it? It's
I said hold on to it until you learn a new cantrip.
Yeah, it's like the first time ever that it could be useful mending and no one has it. So, the symbol, there is this small insignia as you kind of go over the gear that's worked into kind of the shoulder joints and some of the straps. And you recognize it. It's the same one that you've seen from the visitors of Feathergale Spire.
oh, bitch. Knew those guys were a cult. There's a cult, here's a cult, everywhere's a cult.
Does it look like this guy's gonna wake up anytime soon?
You could
Yeah, it
start
only lasts a minute.
Yeah, totally.
At least he fell unconscious.
Yeah, that
No,
would have
asleep.
changed. He fell unconscious. He fell asleep, and then the blunt trauma made him go unconscious. He still took some damage, but you effectively kind of stopped the killing blow.
Good catch, by the way, Helios. Good catch.
This
I'm gonna
job doesn't
cast
work for
Cure
you.
Wound.
Yeah,
Sorry?
if this job doesn't work for you, you should go play football or something. Really good catch.
So, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on this guy just to make sure he doesn't die.
Okay. Yep. You can see a couple of bones, like ribs, pop back out into the correct positions where they were indented from the force. He's definitely looking, breathing a lot easier. He was on 1 health, so now he's back to 8.
Note to self, do not sleep flying people.
I mean, to be
Or
fair,
do
if he
start
wasn't
flying
dead,
people.
Take
if he
away,
wasn't
yeah.
dead, it would have been very efficient.
Yeah. Fair enough. But I think as you slap this figure awake, we're just going to. I want to go get some coffee and just have a toilet break. I was to say 5 minutes, and then we'll do some questioning and stuff of the gentleman here.
Sounds good.
Be
Yeah.
right back.
Oh,
I have that much ambient damage, it's not funny.
plus with fucking a lot of juice.
Well, Rage is +2, Divine Fury, 1d6 +1, Celestial Revelation, 2 Radiant.
Plus a d4 from the lot of juice. Then just your strength modifier. Fucking hell. Or just a Eater's Deletus then. Oh.
So Helios, would you actually be better off with the boomerangs? What's your ranged weapon, or if any?
I have javelin, so it's 30, 120, I think.
Uh, these boomerangs are do a little bit less damage, but they go out to 60. It's a bit further.
I mean, I'll take them. I've got no problem with that.
Do they operate with dex or with strength?
Strength.
Oh, that's nice. It's a nice alternative to the javelin then, because it turns back to you. It returns back to you, I think.
Do you have a stat block for boomerangs? Are they even in 5e?
Well, I did a search for boomerang and came up with storm boomerang. So it's in
Is this
roll
one?
20. If you click the little eye with the circle, compendium.
Storm boomerang.
So yeah, give yourself two of them.
So who else is Australian here? Or is only me and Helios that have proficient with it?
Proficient with what?
Boomerangs.
He's Australian. So
Yeah, only Australians are naturally proficient with boomerangs. Actually, do you actually know how to throw one? Because I do.
real life?
Yeah. We learned it
Wow,
in
but
primary school.
No, I
Yeah.
haven't tried.
Yeah, they're like straight up in primary school in Australia. You get taught how to throw a boomerang properly.
I'm back.
Well,
with
it was a hunting weapon in the past, so not good, not a bad thing not to know this.
I mean, they were
Like
never
three
really
kids
weapons.
fucking-
They were good hunting tools.
Oh, they're fucking brilliant hunting tools. Get hit one of those, you'll conk the fuck out. Like 3 kids got hit in the face with them when we were practicing.
I think I ended up doing
All
more
about
archery than.
The boomeranging. It's all in the snap of the wrist. You have to get the wrist right, or else it won't come back to you.
Have you thrown one?
Yeah,
A boomerang?
you get taught in school.
I threw a lot of boomerangs.
have-
Never successfully.
Yeah, it's most likely you're not snapping your wrist correctly. You have to have a pretty vicious snap on it.
Fair point.
Yeah, no,
went so far.
Yeah, it's a weird motion. It's not like how you'd normally throw something. But no, went to the route a while ago, and we got an actual handcrafted one from a group of Aborigine. So lovely and engraved, not engraved.
Does it do damage? I mean, if it hits you, it hurts.
Oh, if it hits you, you're going down. If it's a
it'll
decent
knock you
boomerang,
the
you're
fuck
going
out.
down.
Yeah, they're like a
So
hunk of
that's a lot.
hardwood. Oh yeah, people die from boomerangs, just straight up. People just try throwing one and kill them fucking selves.
Oh my god.
That is not fun.
No, it is
Why
funny.
am I laughing? Someone died.
Oh, more than one person, 20 people died. Once a year, you hear about somebody getting taken the fuck out by a boomerang. Almost all of them are tourists. You just hear, oh, tragedy, tragedy at this place. A tourist actually got knocked in the fucking head by a boomerang, and now he's dead.
Imagine if boomerangs were a common weapon in warfare. You had such a chaotic, chaotic battlefield. Boomerangs everywhere. You put the wrong step, and you get your head knocked out. That's fucking
Yeah, pretty fucking
awful.
It'll be hard to remember which one's coming back to you. It's is that mine coming back to me, or is that somebody else's coming towards me?
No, that was mine. Dead.
You know, straight up, people seem to misunderstand and think that the Aboriginal spear was their most, like, their base hunting weapon. It wasn't. It was the boomerang. The spear was more for defense of themselves.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Fuck. What the fuck? Who used their default as boomerang? Sorry.
You can inflict so much more damage at like a range with a boomerang than you can with a spear. It's actually gross how much damage you do, and also you don't have. If you miss your shot, it comes back to you.
Alright.
But if you don't catch it, it does damage to you then.
Essentially, yeah.
You can always dodge it, you know?
Yeah,
Oh, it doesn't.
It's the person behind you.
People misunderstand. It doesn't just circle back once. It circles back like 4 or 5 times before it
Oh
finally
my
lands.
god.
What kind
So
of
it can
boomerangs
hit
do
you
you
several
throw?
times.
They're possessed or something.
Yeah, no. Each boomerang is. We find the spirit of a mass murderer and infuse it into it.
Alright.
Nice. So yeah, you guys are here in camp. You've got this figure now. The rain, while the storm hasn't completely subsided, after as the minutes go by, about 10, 20 minutes later, you can see a slight lessening. At least the thunder stops, the lightning stops. Are you gonna beat this figure awake?
Yeah, I take the boomerang and I hit him on his head.
All right.
He's now dead.
Boy, wake up, idiot!
He
And
comes
then
awake.
it's common.
And are you? He's tied up with rope, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
He
I'm
looks.
speaking in common. Does he respond?
He seems like he understands you.
Oh, he's also naked now because we did strip him.
Well, he's wearing underclothes. He's got like a vest and shorts on. Unless you
said-
took those too.
Who said Alexander wouldn't take
for
those?
a fucking reason.
Hephestus, the figure looks up to you, wincing in pain from the blow to the head, but you have their attention.
So speak up. What were you doing up there? Causing storm to us while we were traveling.
He looks around at everyone, everyone kind of standing around him, just extra menacing. It was just supposed to be a smash and grab. We were meant to get what we can. We didn't expect so much resistance.
And
Who
what
do
were
you
you looking for?
Gems, gold, anything of value.
Who do you
Wait, just-
serve?
His eyes kind of take on a strange quality. One whose greatness shall sweep you away as it scours the land clean.
Oh god, fucking damn it, another cult.
Hephaestus is
Name it invite.
hitting him again with a boomerang on his head and tells, "Speed the name."
So he will look up at you. There's so much going on here that you are not aware of. Her name is Mistress Kalanoth.
Okay,
You
does
set
this
up for us,
ring a bell?
please.
Sorry?
Does this
I
ring a
was
bell?
like,
You haven't heard that name before. What were you saying, Helios?
I was gonna say just like in character. Can you spell that for us, please? But no, don't worry about it.
You pull that piece of paper. How do you spell that?
She who serves the Lord of the Air.
So, you tell me, that in this town, like this area of the world, near Waterdeep, we have a cult of stone, a cult of water, a cult of air, and there's probably going to be a cult of fire or some shit, right? Just to complete the fact.
You see the
Man.
figure kind of smile up at you with this, with a weird twisted grin, blood leaking down from the side of his head where he's getting bashed with the boomerang.
So, by any chance, did you come from Feathergale Spire?
He shrugs.
That's not an answer. Yes or no.
No, I did not come from the spire.
You work for people at the Spire. Is this mistress, whatever the fuck her name is, from the Spire?
They work for us.
Of course. Oops, or cults, I guess. Now,
Call it what you would.
these wingsuits, where did you get them made?
They were given upon acceptance and passing of our training. I'm not sure where exactly they were made. I was never informed of this. We had to take care of them.
Okay. Now, one other thing. You were very lucky my big friend over there managed to catch you, because I almost sent you careening into a wall and, well, pancake time. So sorry about that. But you are a cult member. So, any other members of your cult or where their location is, if you could tell us, please.
He remained silent.
Of course it does.
I hit him with a boomerang.
If you, oh, too hard. If you're not gonna tell us where your cult is, maybe tell us where the other cults are. Maybe the rock one, the water
Well,
one.
we already know
whatever
where the rock one is. The water one is.
God damn it, shh. You're not supposed to tell them what information we have. This
Oh,
only
sorry.
He kind of sneers. So you know about the Black Earth as well, then?
Yeah, the rock drool, blah blah.
Yeah, unimaginative, rude, stubborn to the point of stupidity. You
And
find
the
them-
water ones?
They can be more flexible and inventive, but in general, they seem to be crass mercenaries, too pragmatic to appreciate the finer points of the.
By any chance,
Yes?
are they from the keep? You know that keep near the river? Is that water cult land?
I know the one. I cannot
Is that the
say.
water cult? Why cannot you say it? They're not your
I
cult.
do not know.
They're not your allies. Oh, yeah, I guess so. And is there any other cults we don't know of? Like a cult of grain.
Sorry?
Like a cult of grain.
I would join that one.
There is a wave of those who serve powerful beings just beyond the veil. Once these beings come forth, it is not us who will be cultists. It would be you, clinging to your mountainsides, your ruined cities that would have to form small groups to survive.
That's not a cult. That's a. Oh god, please stop the apocalypse, mate.
He shrugs.
I guess it's you.
And so does Kalanoth work for the air elementals, or do the air elementals work for Kalanoth?
The elementals are at the service and the whim of Mistress Kalanoth.
Okay, we cannot fuck with her at the time being.
She
Anybody that
herself,
can control elementals.
he goes on, she herself being servant to the one great one, Yansi Bin.
Yansi Bin? That's a dreadful name for elemental. You guys need to be more creative with your names.
These creatures are not.
Oh, hi, bro.
You cannot fathom their minds. They were here before this world was created.
Yeah, I'm not denying that. I'm just saying give them better names. Jeez. So unimaginative. So, with all this gliding around, stealing things, how long have you guys been active? So this is the first anybody's seen you. So this is a new thing, isn't he?
He pauses for a moment and then kind of generally nods, yeah?
So you guys are like the first batch of flying twats that have been out here.
Looks a bit proud at that. Nods his head. First to be able to master the storm.
Yeah, it didn't go too well for you guys, did it? I mean, one of you guys is out in half over there. The other guy had his chest cut open. You almost got turned into a pancake. Only one of you guys had the sensibility to get the fuck out of here as quick as they can. So, these wingsuits, how do they work? Do I just shove them on and jump off the building?
Nods.
Is that how you trained? Just jumping off buildings until you manage to get it right?
You should try.
No, I might actually die. I'm not even kidding.
I have very thin bones.
The glass. My skin's paper.
I'm gonna ask him. You said you had to keep up your suits. Do you think you can fix some of them? Ones that are in very critical condition.
He's gonna pull up the one that got cut in half. What about this one? Could you fix?
Fix it.
Like a bit of blood and chunks of meat falls out from the inside onto the ground. This is beyond my skill. He's like trying to keep down vomits a little bit.
What about the one that just got the front cut open a little bit?
Look, I'm not a seamstress. If you want someone, go find
Why
someone.
aren't you?
Why aren't you a seamstress? You got these dainty small little fingers.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, that's strike two.
They're good for pickpocketing. Now, we're gonna take you with us to Redlock. You're gonna tell all this information to the town guard captain, and then he'll decide what to do with you. But is there, as I asked before, do you know of any other cults?
So, ones that you've referenced in this conversation have been the water and
Water and rock.
And obviously the one he comes from. The others will make themselves known soon enough.
Oh, that's not ominous at all.
Fire one.
Well, it's either fire, lightning. Well, no, lightning's kind of covered by the air. Could be trees, like the forest.
There's
Yeah, but
only
what would-
4 elemental planes.
What a
There's all the there's all the subplanes like plane of snow, plane of ash, plane of things like that. Where 2 planes of elemental meet.
Dave slowly walks away, being afraid that they're part of the cults. How do they know so much?
Well, Alexander's like, does anybody else have any questions for him? So I'm gonna gag the shit out of him so we don't need to listen to him talk.
That's a good idea.
Fucking whole time.
I dig a grave for the 2 bodies.
So, anything else you want to ask this guy or get done tonight? You can see the rest of the townspeople have definitely retreated into the safety of their tents. Just a light rain at this point, as I imagine you guys are still going to try and get some sleep. You've got a bit of a journey tomorrow in the morning. Although a bit more well-informed at this point, you head to bed.
Yeah, I think we're still gonna keep our guard rotation up.
And as
After
a
the
light,
he doesn't escape.
yes.
So I just want to, if I just get a chance to learn with the guy, I just want to ask him why join these guys? What do they offer you?
Fucking rad ass wingsuits.
So, just one moment. Just get the page open here.
The answer is because it's still gagged. No.
Do you think that each one of them has a different sales pitch? Like, join the air cult, you get a wingsuit. Join the water cult, you learn how to surf.
Join the fire cult, you'll burn to ashes. We'll cremate you when you die.
The rock cult, you get a crummy stone mass that turns you into a rock.
He says, I used to live on the outskirts of Redlock. I met some of these people, led me up to the hills, showed me some of the wonders that could be achieved, showed me how I could use these powers to get ahead of my enemies, and there he goes for gets a far off look in his eye. The things that I've seen, the powers that I've experienced, the creatures are coming. And what is left, the people that are left, will either be dead or there will be servants. And we will rise to the top. I would rather be with the New Order than be swept away with the detritus.
Do you
You said
truly
these-
believe? Hey, I'm alone. You can't interject here.
Yeah, what you
True.
say, Helios?
I was just saying, do you truly believe such a primal being will keep you around?
You will need
God,
servants.
gods, you're operating on the logic of humans. Gods have no such need of things.
Where do you think the gods get their power? From those who worship them.
Worship, yes, as well as fear and reverence. Trust me, whatever future you believe is coming, it's not as glorious as you think.
We're all, you're entitled to believe what you would, of course.
I am uniquely inclined to the gods.
Gods don't exist.
He looks up at the sky. I too have seen the power of gods, and I cannot deny what I have felt. Do what you would with me. I have served my purpose. All right. Well, anything else you guys want to get done tonight? Was that the end of the conversation?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There's no just awkward silence from there.
Would you like to? I mean, are you trying to get anything out of him? Are you trying to make a roll, a persuasion, or an insight, or anything, or just?
I suppose it's more just trying to understand where he's coming from, and it may persuade him to not join a murder cult.
Murder cults are the funnest cults.
It's less persuasion and more like, here's where I stand, here's where you stand. Can we come to an agreement?
Okay. Well, he is very far gone in the kind of teachings of this group. You can tell. If you'd like to spend the rest of, I mean, you could spend some time on the travel back to Redlock, talking things over, and you'd get to make it a roll at the end of that if you wish.
Sure, I can try and convince him to not keep joining these guys.
Right. So as the sun rises up over the Dasaran Hills, the Sumber Hills to your north, this large group of sandstone plateaus, these kind of that rise high up into the air with these gullies caused by wind erosion and water. You see that while the sun is rising over the new day. It is rising blood red, and the sky is full of smoke.
Oh, that's
That
concerning.
is not good.
I think we need to hop back to Redlock and see what the fuck's going on.
Sure. Yeah, and it doesn't seem to be coming from Redlock itself. As the wind is traveling, the wind isn't very strong today, this morning, almost as if it's resting after having spent itself the night before. But it does seem to be blowing slightly in a southerly direction. So, somewhere up to the north, in the hills, you can see that. The smoke's probably been going for some time at this point because it's filled a lot of the sky. So it was probably early hours in the morning, even last night. You're not 100% sure. But the last couple of hours, and you get to Redlock just before midday, about just before 11 a.m. You lose some of the people you're traveling with as they split off to some of the outlying farms, but you arrive back in the city to find people moving around, some kind of discussing, pointing up at the smoke in the sky, but mostly unharmed Redlock. Everything looks the same as when you left it.
Okay, we need to go and see the guard captain, and we need to drop off this wagon full of grain, flour.
Yeah, and you can do that. That would be one of the outlying farms fairly close to the city, and you were promised 2 gold per day each. It was a 3-day travel, so you're each going to be getting 6 gold pieces from that.
And also, don't we have all that fucking trade supply on the back of the wagon?
We do. I wrote it in the character sheet. It's there.
Yeah.
What, sorry?
We found
from the Reaver attack, we got all the trade supplies.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you could go sell those at the sundry stores and everything around town to get some money back on that.
And let's sell everything that we have and convert it to cash.
Yeah. Even if it's not optimal price, we should probably just get rid of it.
Yeah.
So remind me,
Do we
what's
have?
the rates again?
It's in the party loot. We have 2 shark swords. Like it was like a swords that deal more damage to unarmored enemies. 5 scimitars, 5 light crossbows, 1 shield,
One shield,
3 crates of cloth.
So these
and then
are not in the best condition. The weapons you're going to get 50% of the value of their selling price back if you sell them.
yeah.
Fine.
Well, we can spend any money for them, so.
For the crates of cloth, let's see.
What about the shark longswords? Would we get more for them?
Nobody really wants them, to be honest. You could try look around for a collector of weird items, but they've been edited pretty young. People would rather use a blade than creatures' teeth.
Mm. And then we have all of our precious stones.
Should we sell those? I feel like we can use those as currency. No?
I feel like we should hold on to them.
Yeah, they're already basically currency.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. So scimitars. What have we got? You're going to be getting 12 gold pieces per scimitar.
Whoa.
Light crossbows will be netting you also 12 gold pieces per.
12 pistol pair. Okay, I'm just calculating.
120 so far.
Yeah.
Shields. Can't find my shield here.
It is 10 gold.
Is it 10 gold? Okay, then you get 5 back. There it is.
I was already building the character last night, so I remember the prices of shields.
Nice, fair enough. The crates of cloth can net you 8 gold pieces each.
And they're in the normal condition, right? So they're full price?
That's what you get for them, yeah. The regular.
Okay. So 149 gold. Should I edit the party loot, or is someone else doing it?
Add it to the party loot.
20 AC at level 1 with no stat requirement.
Wait, what? Why?
Warforged, heavy armor, and forged cleric.
You know what? Good for whoever that is. I
Everyone
didn't
has
understand.
magic missile.
I have shield boat. Not magic shield, so it doesn't stop anything, but you know.
So I mean, you guys have. We're gonna actually put a little mark on the map. You've had a house prepared for you. It's this one here, where the red dot is.
Oh, that's cute.
Nothing too fancy, just a bunch of rooms, partitions, and a place to prepare food, ablutions, so on.
Should we store some stuff here, or should we keep everything we have on us? Because it's starting. We have a lot of silver to log around.
I assume we
mean-
can convert that to platinum.
Yeah,
Hmm.
money is not that heavy, but like if we get crates of something that we want to keep, it's probably a good
Yeah.
place.
You're right across from Tanta's smithy, hardworking man who's pretty much in there with his sons the whole day from dawn to dusk.
Well, what's our next target? Are we going to Rivgale Keep, or are we going to the stone bricks at the mountains?
We have a grudge
Have
with,
you got map?
with the mountain people, right?
Yeah, those are the cult guys that were leading this town. Cults.
Should we
What
check
if we
in with
wanna-
the captain of the guard and ask what
Oh, yeah, we-
information?
We should probably drop off this guy.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make a quick purchase of a quarterstaff. I think that's gold or two. Go down in a second.
Just use a stick off the ground.
2 silver.
Silver. There you go.
Yeah, it's worked, it's varnished, it's treated with oils for strength. Now, you could definitely find Constable Harburg. He would greet you fondly at this, kind of looking around. He's dealing with a couple of people that he shoos off for a moment. They go stand at the edges, kind of talking to people, townsfolk on the edge of the lane back to the precinct there. He looks over. Back from your trip then, you just missed the wagon for Neverwinter that came to pick up your boys. Some of the prisoners he's been
Oh
carrying.
shit! Because we have another one.
Oh, he looks crestfallen for a moment. Damn.
Do you know how many cults are in this area? A lot.
That's
Right,
not
dang.
good. I wasn't aware there were so.
Well, we have 3 confirmed cults so far.
3.
Yeah, there's the stone pricks that were underneath your town. There's water pricks that we ran into on the way to Womford. And now there's air pricks that were flying around with wingsuits. Which are fucking cool, by the way.
And here I am with 4 of the town's lads, and not a single trained soldier under me. This is not going to do. I'm going to have to ask for reinforcements, I think, at the very least.
Yeah, this is Gary, the air cultist. I don't actually know his name. I never asked. This is Gary now.
Your name
Yeah.
is scary.
Do you want me
They
to
have
put it
these.
to work?
He's got a. They do what you want with him. I don't really care. He pulls out the wingsuit. They were using these things to ride winds, and well, attack people from the sky. And you're not gonna like this, but you know those the country club, Feathergare Spire or whatever the fuck they're called.
Nods.
Yeah, they're a cult.
They've always been an extremely strange and aloof bunch, but they've never done anything to hurt anyone.
Well, they work for a cult apparently.
This is dire news.
he's going to show the symbol that's on the wingsuits, the same one that's on the Feathergate Spire people, and be like, yeah, according to Gary over here, they both work for a lady named Mistress Cleath, or Cleath, or whatever, however the fuck you pronounce her name. And apparently they have wingsuits that they ride in. The Feathergale Spy people work for.
I'll have to tell everyone to be on the lookout and keep the sky in their watch as well. I don't know what we're going to do too much about that. Start
I'm
training.
gonna say, don't bring it up to them. Like, treat them as you would before. We don't want them to let on that you know that they're, involved with the cult.
They don't
Might actually cause them to attack.
probably not due back in town for another couple of weeks. They usually come about once a month.
Feel better to be safe than sorry.
He nods. Yeah, he takes the prisoner off your hands. I'll get this one locked up then. Is there anything else I can do for you while you're in town?
No, thanks for your hard work.
Can you tell us anything about the sunrise this morning, with it being blood red?
It's an effect of the smoke. You're kind of looking at the sun through the smoke, and it's kind of just shifting how the light is being allowed through. But he would nod. The smoke's been pouring out from the hills since early this morning, as far as I can tell. I mean, I'm a bit loath to drive out into there. It's quite abandoned countryside out there. But it's... I imagine it's probably that crazy... weren't those people having a festival or something?
Oh, right! Woodstock. Yeah, we heard about the druid party that's going on.
Well, I mean, at least there's not much they can burn out there in the sandstone hills.
We should still probably check on it. Going that way.
Ask the prisoner if he knows about Woodstock.
The prisoner, so... I mean, he says he doesn't know anything.
Gentlemen, I think we found another cult. Either that or it's just a party.
So you're heading into the hills? You sure that's wise in these times?
Well, yeah, that's where the stone bastards are. You know that guy that we're chasing? We've tracked his location down.
There is a general path that the people used to use to cut between here and Belliad and the Stone Bridge. The large path, you stick to that, you should at least be able to see the trouble coming.
You guys think, are we going to go to the mountains and see what's going on? Or...
I think we should, unless anyone has other ideas. I think the stone guys they hurt us the most, like personally.
Yeah, that's where I want to go right now.
The only reason to go to Woodstock is because they might not be there forever.
Yeah, well, that might be on our way. That's what I was thinking, because it's coming from the hills. So we might pass close enough near it to...
Looks quite north. Probably not too close to the Sacred Stone Monastery. So, like, the Sacred Stone was somewhere around here, and the fires were coming, like, up there somewhere. You're not 100%.
It might take us too long to get to the Woodstock, though, as well.
To the group.
When we get to that intersection at the in...
Did he cut out for everyone or just for me?
Yeah, I think he cut out.
I think
he's
it's going to say we get...
Yeah, we get to the crossroads and then decide.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to...
I'm all for just going to the Sacred Stone Monastery and getting back that fucker who ran from us. That's what's on my mind.
Onyx, your sister was at Feathergale Spire as well.
Yep.
So we're going that way on the way back. See if we can pop in and check up on her.
Yeah, that's fine.
As long as we're not all dead or beaten to shit.
Hello. Onyx is just cares about his sister, so I was like, it's fine. Like the moment you know she's like okay, you're like, now I'll have to deal with her again.
Turns out she's the cult leader.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Before we leave Red Lodge, how does parcels work in this era? Like, can you send someone to send like a message or a deliver like an item to people?
Normally they get taken with caravans that are already going that way.
You definitely can, and there's a fair amount of delivery back and forth between here and the major cities because they do a lot of trade with farming goods and such.
Alright, I want to send just the doll that I bought for my daughter, and just like I cut open inside it and I stuff like 10 pieces of gold inside and just sew it back together and send it. I don't know how much it would cost, but
Where is she?
one of the major cities. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about the geography of this world, but she would probably be in one of the.
So there's Waterdeep, there's Neverwinter, and then there's one more I can't remember off the top of my head.
Is there Neverwinter in
There's quite a
Neverwinter?
few. Neverwinter, Waterdeep. There's also Baldur's Gate, Silvery Moon, Mirabar in the north.
I would say one thing, she wouldn't be from Baldur's Gate. You're too sweet to be from Baldur's Gate.
Okay, so
But it's gonna put you back about 4 to 5 silver. We'll call it a flat 5 silver for the
Mhm.
delivery.
alright.
It's-
One it's a Waterdeep, two is Neverwinter. Alright. That's Neverwinter. Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
perfect. And you can send it
Thank-
across with the next shipment. So it's going to go that direction.
What time is it now? Like, in the day?
At midday at this point, it's probably going to be about 12.
Should we start heading off now or wait until tomorrow and head off first light?
I say we
would
head
go
off now.
Yeah.
Nathan, do you
Yeah,
want me to make a
tomorrow.
roll? So you can... Do you want me to make a roll?
Oh, right, be a convincing guide not to join cults anymore.
Oh yes, please make me a persuasion. So this figure, I mean, as you spoke to him a bit on the trip here, you got like a little bit more from him as well. So wait, that's perception. Is your persuasion going to be?
Oh, sorry. My
What's-
persuasion's probably worse.
Wait. Oh no, you're a
Let me
barbarian,
look
not a
at the-
paladin.
It'd be a flat 10.
So I mean, what you can tell from the guy is he's had a pretty. I mean, everyone's had a pretty rough childhood, but he's grown up on the streets for the most part, and he found a bit of family or solace amongst his people as well. You can tell that's definitely part of the reasoning here. But unfortunately, he seems quite indoctrinated. I mean, I don't know how much experience you've had with cults or strange organizations like this, but they've done a number on this guy.
Could I attempt to give him some money to start somewhere else?
I mean, he's getting arrested, so they'll take the money from him. I thought you guys were handing him over to the constable, unless you're
Yeah.
doing something else.
Yeah, we are.
We are
He's not,
unless he
he's
pays
not
me fine.
remorseful. He's not repentant. If you released him, he would just go back, according to his attitude.
Okay then. I'll just wish him the best of luck and that's it.
Hopefully, he can find some way of coming to terms with his past and everything else. But for the meantime, he's kept by Constable Harbuck for delivery to Neverwinter, where he will face the judicial system there. Yeah. And as for you guys do a bit of shopping in Redlock. You sell everything you need to sell, and as you're ready to head out, you got to choose a direction. Now, you originally chased Laruk straight east over the plains, but if you were to take the large path, that would be a more northeasterly route into the mountains, and it may take you slightly away from the river, which is kind of where you want to go. So you could just go off the beaten track and push right through the inners of the Sumber Hills as well. But that would also take you very close to Feathergale Spire.
I think we're gonna follow the large path, so we can, when we get into the intersection up northways, we can see how far away we are from Woodstock a bit better.
All right, up the large path. Only what, going all the way up to around here?
Yeah, where it splits into the 3 different routes and then take the one down.
Right, let's get into that then. And you guys are all on foot, just the group itself, correct?
Yep.
Right.
We could invest horses, but fuck that.
It's up to you anyway. But you step
Horses for nerds.
you step out of Redlock, and as the afternoon begins to come around, you lead into the Sumber Hills. You're going to be able to. It's a full day's trip to the crossroads. So, I mean, with the half day, you're going to have to camp midpoint. You're aware of this? Is that
Yeah.
sit well with you guys? Okay. So you push into the Sumber Hills. Now, these large sandstone pillars rise up. You can see they're mostly flat on the top, but very steep sides. No real way to get up there, and the wind kind of funnels through here, making these strange howlings and whispering sounds. And it takes you a good couple of hours to actually get off past the grasslands, past the farmlands, into the rough sandstone of the Sumber Hills. So you can kind of feel the beaten path below you getting blown with just the rough layer of dirt and sand getting constantly moved around these hills. The source of the fire grows closer. It doesn't look like this. Doesn't look like whatever happening is happening at the same kind of immense rate. There's no copious smoke being thrown up into the air. It's more like the remnants of what happened hours previously, now caught up in the sky and being not such a windy day, hanging around for a bit in general.
Damn, we missed the party.
It does look like the festival, or if it was a festival, has come to a lull or to a close. But as you push into the hills, kind of keeping a lookout for anything or the sign of anyone that could cause you harm. Whoever's keeping dedicated watch, give me perception checks here. You would see Feathergale Spire now, probably one of the closest times you've been to it, although it sits atop one of these high sandstone plateaus. You can see this impressive, imposing figure. Okay, so I'm just going to ignore Bless on this one. This is a long-term perception check. As you break for a bit of food and push into the hills, you get to about this point where the sun starts to fall. Now, before then, you have seen a couple of places you could kind of step off and move in around the sandstone pillars here, off to either side if you so wished. But you're walking in this kind of as if a river used to be here a long time ago and is no more. This is carved out path that's now been worn smooth by travelers over time. And as the sun begins to set, you unfortunately see that you're not as close to this smoke cloud. It's mostly been blown away over the course of the day. You'd probably have to investigate the hills to the north to find the exact location.
And boys, looks like we missed the party.
Mm.
Do you get to the point you need to make a camp? What's the plan here?
Well, Alexander will start setting up a fire.
I mean,
No,
probably not on
I'm
the
gonna
end of
stop. I'm gonna stop that. No, no fires tonight.
That's actually a pretty good point. So who wants to take the first watch? What order we're going in? I don't mean.
Maybe we should watch in twos.
Yeah, I think that's a bit better. I can go for a bit longer than most people. I don't need much sleep. Give me a first rest, and I can go up for the rest of the night.
I'll go first.
You can just give me some, start throwing some perception checks out there. And the air tonight is clear. You can see what looks to be a 3/4 moon up in the sky, providing a little bit of light for you guys. Are you moving off the beaten track into the hillsides, or are you just kind of camping out on the side of the road there?
I'd say we go off
I think-
slightly, just enough to not be
Yes.
on the main road.
maybe behind one of the
it's not like we're traveling light, so it's easy for us to be in the hills.
yeah, maybe behind
Yeah.
one of the pillars or something.
Well, I mean, they are immense, so you could take about 20 minutes to half an hour to kind of climb up into the hills to the base of one, kind of get behind a bit of a rise at the very least. And as you keep perception out, let's see here.
Good old Dave.
Dave sees everything. Ah.
So X, you notice during you're on the second watch, right?
Sure.
I'm just seeing who's rolled theirs, Onyx and Helios. Okay, well, about 4 or 5 hours into it, as we get to kind of the darkest point of night, you hear a sound from the sky, the kind of rustling of feathers, large creature beating its wings, and you do look up to see about 2 or 3 of these giant vultures flying, not necessarily overhead where you guys are, but flying over the sandstone hills a bit to the southeast. Looks to be a group of about 3 of them, quite high in the sky.
Are these the type that have riders, or?
You do see there are figures on their backs, yes. You're not sure if they're doing general patrol or what, but they're doing like this gradual arcing sweep, seemingly at the moment heading away from you, kind of in this direction.
I'll watch them, see where they go, see if they do anything interesting. Not like I can do anything from where I am.
Yeah, they fly over the grasslands and you lose sight of them, and that's kind of the last time you see them this night. But you tell people, you tell your party to keep an eye out at the very least. It looks like some aspect of Feathergale Spire does have some kind of patrols or keeps an eye out on the Sumber Hills to some extent. From the other, you guys see this. The others also see this patrol. It seems to come out every couple of hours. You're not exactly sure how often. And as for your camp here tonight, you hear in the silence of the night, there's still something happening. You hear kind of a cry every now and again, or a shout echoing, getting carried along by the very faint breeze through the Sumber Hills themselves. But you are quite far away from any of the action here, where you are hiding. It's fairly uncomfortable in the hard ground here, but nothing else bothers you as the sun rises and you awake to kind of cold shadows as none of the sun really manages to get down in between the cracks of the plateaus at this point in the morning, when it's still quite low on the horizon. Do you continue along the larch path?
I think so.
Okay. And now
I have one question.
Yes.
An optional feature for wizards is cantrip formulas. So at the end of a long rest, I can replace one of my cantrips with another one from the wizard spell list. Are you all good with that, or?
Is that from one of the official books?
That's Tasha,
Pretty sure.
I believe.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Cool. Mending, the only time it'll ever be useful.
Hey, listen. My character in another campaign takes it as one of his only cantrip, so don't talk shit about it.
Use it as much as you can.
Yes.
Are you guys keeping an eye out for anything in particular as you're traveling along the large path this morning?
Keep eyes to the sky.
Okay.
The
Pretty
If
much,
future.
yeah.
if you're wanting to make like a perception check, keeping an eye out for like tracks in the ground, I mean, to see if you can find the people in the hills, unless they approach from another direction, they most likely use the large path to get into the upper hills.
Alexander's going to be spending his time to mend up the other flight suits.
Sure. Okay, well,
So
as
he's
you guys
not
keep an
paying
eye out,
attention.
you do see mid-morning there is another group of flyers out into the sky, very far away, just kind of black specks at this point. You're pretty safe at the distance you are away from them. And it's about 11, 12, and a hot day. Most of the cloud cover has been burnt away, and you get to the crossroads, so to speak.
Now we're heading down, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
looking
I
around.
think that's
Sacred.
You would be able to see the stone bridge nearby. It would stick up into the air. Let's get you a handout. A marvel of dwarven engineering. The stone bridge has graced the Dasaran Valley as long as people can remember, pretty much. It's a bit of a harrowing experience to climb over it, but here we are. People take their time. Let's just make sure I'm not going to be flashing you. Here we are. Cool. The stone bridge.
Oh,
Damn, son!
that is.
Have they ever heard of fucking guardrails?
Yeah, safety wasn't a thing back then. And there's seemingly no support, and it's just stood the test of time. It's been around for hundreds of years. So you definitely see that as a mark on the landscape. But yeah, you turning off towards the Dasaran River?
Yeah, down towards Sacred Stone Monastery.
So it's going to take most of the day for you to get there. With your perception checks, you're keeping an eye out, making sure that you're not going to be snuck upon, or that no one's watching you. Let's see here. And so when you get to the Dasaran River, which itself is, I mean, it's no small river. You see a couple of barges that are heading downstream. What is the plan to? You know the general area of the Sacred Stone Monastery, but are you going to search for it along the riverbank or move into the hills?
Well, since there was a stone cult, I think it's going to be in the hills more, so the riverbank.
Could Hephestus do a roll to check if it will be on the bank or higher?
Using what skills?
I got this. I'm not sure if it's because it's around stone as a dwarf. Stone would be a familiar element
History.
to me.
Sure.
I mean, historically,
Give
it
me.
should. Yeah.
You can give me a history check.
Okay. And it says double the bonus, so it's 14 plus 2. So it's 16 if you don't count the guidance.
Yeah.
15 since you already had +1.
Yeah, you would most likely want to stay away from any riverbeds. The ground below it as well is probably going to also contain a lot of runoff. So you would most likely have better luck moving into the hills themselves.
Yeah, I would confirm to the others if someone also thought about that. I would tell them. I would confirm. Yeah.
Perfect.
So let's go higher up and search for the Sacred Stone Monastery.
Yeah.
Okay. Off the beaten path. I mean, it's taken you a while to get here, and it's getting to the late afternoon. We're around 4 p.m. by the time that you actually get into the sandstone plateaus. You can see these sweeping walls stretching up on either side, sometimes hundreds of feet into the air, and you're keeping a lookout for any buildings, any sign of life, and with perception checks, let's see here. Let's have a fresh round of perception from anyone keeping an eye out here.
Now that we're off being caught outside of the beat.
There is. So, Dave, you're the first person to hear it. The
Really?
sound of cartwheels on like sandstone. It's like grinding constant as there's someone's moving a wagon up ahead.
Shh, guys, dude, I hear something. Stop casting for a second, Alexander.
Coming into view around after about half a minute, there's a figure that's pulling what looks to be like a hand wagon. It's like a wheelbarrow that's made for ease of travel, and they're wearing a fairly plain, nondescript kind of tan robe.
That's below. Oh, he's probably heading towards the monastery itself.
Yeah, this figure is moving in a westerly direction.
So he's going the opposite direction.
Yeah.
But he's probably just come from it. We could jump him, see what he knows.
Oh, we
They're
can do
humming
something
this.
better.
They're humming to themselves some kind of nameless tune that just kind of vaguely reaches to you. They're moving. I mean, you'd imagine they're kind of heading in the direction of Redlock, but they could be heading to any other location nearby.
What's your idea?
Sleep. It's always the best idea. Also, we should probably like figure out if they're part of the cult or.
Well, they look culty to me. And why would?
World?
Yes, robes equal cult.
Oh, well.
Realize that Dave's wearing a robe the entire time. No, Alexander's like, do you want me to sleep him then?
I don't think that's gonna succeed. Let's keep it on the back burner. Let's try something else first.
I could disguise myself into Knox, pretend to be somebody looking to join.
Maybe just say we're lost and we were already joining. You got the stone mask, right?
Yeah.
You just tell to someone who's lost, trying to find the entrance.
Well, I meant like when you recruit to the thing we got.
Yeah, but we have the mask. We can just say you're lost.
Yeah, but wouldn't somebody that's already a member of the cult know where it is?
Or if you're clumsy.
Not necessarily.
Very well. Who wants to come with me, or are we going to be a group of six six members?
So just go by yourself.
Very well. Alexander's going to step up, and he's going to just disguise himself to not look like how he normally does. To look like an average person.
Okay.
And he's going to go down. Like, excuse me, sir. Sorry, but I'm a bit lost.
Did you put the? Are you saying you're wearing the mask and you're pretending to be a cultist, or you're just an average Joe at the moment?
So I've used disguise self to look like an average Joe, like to look completely different to what he does.
Yes.
But he has the stone with him, the mask with him, but he's not wearing it.
You have it hidden from sight?
At the moment, yes.
Okay. The figure jumps, looking around. You can see a figure with kind of fairly short, buzz-cut hair. Looks like it would be blonde, but it's stubble at the moment. A fairly friendly face. A bit of chubby cheeks as they look towards you, moving up to them. And you're by yourself?
Yes.
You're a long way from anything out here, stranger.
Sorry.
Where were you traveling to?
The Sacred Stone Monastery. I've recently joined the organization. To my embarrassment, I've sort of got turned around inside the hills.
As soon as you say the Sacred Stone Monastery, you can see the expression kind of harden slightly. He's definitely looking at you more keenly than he was. And give me a deception check.
Causes him to attack us. How's that looking?
Not too bad.
Deceptive as fuck, boy.
So he looks up at you. Why aren't you wearing... And his whole demeanor's changed. The voice has kind of gotten a bit deeper. Where is your mask, brother?
He like fumbles for. Sorry. And, like puts it on. I'm still quite new to it.
Be sure to
I just thought it would be.
The
Yes,
entrance
sir.
is... Yeah. He points back to the east, in kind of in this direction. Head in this direction until you see the gap in the rocks to your left. Follow the ridge deep into the mountains. You will find the monastery.
Thank you, sir. I wish you luck on your travels.
He nods towards you and starts to hum as he pulls his wheelbarrow off into the hillside.
Can I see any of the peeps? Hiding away. Or how far away am I from them?
From who, sorry?
From the rest of the group.
Oh, they're hanging back. I imagine you know where they are around the corner. You maybe see one of them peeking around the edge.
He's gonna whisper under his breath and cast message to whoever's peeking around. Go. I got the location of the monastery. That guy's a member.
Fantastic.
Further to the east.
I suppose it's just like 10 minutes for this guy to disappear, then we'll come out.
Okay, so you're letting him go? He
Yeah.
doesn't dawdle. He's out of sight fairly soon. Not that he was rushing, but he carries on his way.
Well, that worked surprisingly well.
Oh no, I was expecting to get stabbed.
Unless we want to jump him for... He obviously has his own mask and robes. Eventually we'll get 5 of them.
I think we have 2. Yeah, we have 2 of them. So we have 2 of these masks, which are like identifiers for the cult. You're meant to be wearing them when you enter the monastery. Are we planning to even pretend to stealth this, or are we just going to...
I don't think we
Go
have
hard,
the
hit 'em
skills
hard.
necessary for stealth.
Look at that X, that fucking Dave. Hephestus.
Don't look at me. Dave is very stealthy.
King. Yeah. I mean, I could just... If there's guards at the front of it, I could distract them, and then you guys can hit them at
Okay.
once.
I say you'll walk ahead of us, and we'll just keep a bit behind, and we'll see what's what.
Okay. Before we go, this is going to be our first real test. The necromancer, that mine, those were all just small things. This is going to be dangerous. This is going to be very important for us. If we fail this, things are going to get worse and worse. We all need to be in tip-top position and prepare ourselves for the best. And he's going to spend 10 minutes sparring, speeching everybody.
Okay, so that's temporary hit points?
Yes, that is equal to my charisma and my level, which is 5.
Okay, 5 temp to everyone.
It's more for me than anybody else.
Nice.
I can imagine you just like standing in front of the mirror in the morning, like trying to inspire yourself.
So
It's his daily routine.
Are you a sorcerer or you are a wizard?
I'm a wizard. I have 8 health.
Oh, nice. Strange selection for.
Literally every member of this body can one-shot me.
yeah. Well, are you moving in the direction the man pointed?
Yes.
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 I am wearing the marks now and being out in front.
Okay. And it takes you about 10-20 minutes of walking before you do actually spot kind of a narrow crack that leads deeper into one of the sandstone plateaus. And you moving along the ridge?
Yes.
Okay, so heading deeper inside, the trail leads into an ever narrowing defile between bluffs of wind-sculpted sandstone. Eventually, the walls draw in so close that you can reach out and touch either side. But then the narrow space opens into a hidden canyon in the heart of the hills. You see a sprawling monastery with dark, narrow windows and red tile rooftops stands in the middle of a natural amphitheater ringed by sandstone cliffs all around. Ahead, a weathered flight of stone steps leads up to closed monastery doors. The plain doors are made of heavy timber with iron studs, and you can see that a dusty footpath circles the building as if people regularly move around it. Let's get you onto the right map here. And you would emerge here effectively. Oops, hold on, let me just sort something out here. So you're not right up against the walls. One moment. Okay, cool. Let's get you guys on here. Okay, so we don't have very much space around this map, and you guys are not obviously right up against it. There's not much space between the sandstone cliffs and this the building itself. You can see it's only like 30 feet ring all around, and you've emerged from this path that led into this hidden canyon.
Well, I think this might be a bit.
Daytime, so let me turn on daylight mode.
Do you want to go knock on the door, Alex, and see if they'll let you in, and we'll provide
I
backup if
think
needed?
that's the idea.
Yeah, but he doesn't know the secret knock.
Hephestus is Arnie again!
That's fine.
Arnie Hephestus.
Might be tiny, but he can still one-shot you. Don't forget.
Cat can one-shot me pretty much.
What are you perceiving, Hephestus? Are you listening?
Oh, sorry, I just saw the previous rolls. I thought you were telling us to roll, but my bad.
No problem. Yeah, so you see a monastery here. You see a closed monastery. There are a couple of windows further away, but you're a bit too far. I mean, unless you guys are walking right up to the building. I imagine once you see this place, you kind of halt a bit further back at the entrance to this canyon, because you don't see any immediate. You don't see guards out front. It looks like a sealed building.
I'm approaching the door and I'm doing a perception hearing check. Can we count the previous one?
Yes, that's not a problem. You can hear footsteps from inside, roughly. I mean, it does look like there are people here. One of the, let's see, now that you're right up against it, you can see a couple of figures moving around through some of the windows to the left and right. And you can hear the sounds of conversation from one side and people kind of moving around and working to the other side.
Yep.
No time like the
Okay.
present. Right?
Alexander's gonna be like,
Do we know if they are friendly? I mean,
I think we can assume that. I think we can assume they're not.
I mean,
they all
are
try
we
to kill
rocks?
us.
Are we rocks yet? No? Well, I think they're not friendly.
Alexander's gonna like have the mask and go up and like knock on the door.
Wait a second. Before you knock, why don't we just open it and see if, instead of bring people and alerting, who knows, open it up, peek inside, see if there's anyone in there.
Alexander's got to stop half, like about to knock on the good point, and see if he tries to open the door.
Rattles. It's locked.
Do the generic knock. It always works.
Just for that, I take it the rest of us are just hiding out of sight while he does this.
Stepping back or just kind of against the side of the building, away from the wall, the door.
Yes, I think I
I
would
think
just
just away from the door,
I'll
so not.
stand with him with the second mask, I guess.
Yeah, we do have two masks.
Yes. Oh wait, is that a door? Wait.
No,
Sorry.
those
I
are
wanna.
windows.
Can I step not in front of a window? Like, is there a window here? I didn't know that was a window. I was not informed.
That's fine. Pretty much as soon as you try to open the door, you can hear a visor slide to the side, and a small panel opens up. Someone wearing a golden mask peers out. The mask is this one you recognize, fashioned in the shape of a scowling gargoyle, but the hand that opened the panel seems human enough, and from beneath the mask you hear a female voice. Yes? What do you want?
Hello, sister. We're just returning from a journey to a different town. We have grave news to inform.
Give me a deception check.
So technically he's not lying. He's like, oh yeah, we're here to kill you. Grave news indeed.
I am going to use my thingamabob. That's a 14.
Okay,
That's
14.
not a one.
Yeah, I know. Just depends on what my health roll is. Next one.
The figure nods. Just one sec. And begins to open the door in its entirety. You can see the room beyond. An austere hall that is finished in irregular blocks of dark basalt that form natural columns along the walls. The doors of this room, as they kind of face south, the interior doors lead to the left and right, east and west, you can see. And there is a courtyard that lies visible to the north through a set of windows. But this figure... I mean, everyone else is stepping aside. Are you the only one that's going to be entering here?
X has a mask on as with me as well.
So are you guys going in by yourself here?
We're gonna step in first, I think.
Yeah, I'll step in and does it look like there are just three of them? Wow, you three guys look pretty big. Loudly.
That definitely draws looks from the two people along the north. As the one that opened the door ignores the comment, looking towards Alexander.
Hephestus is not in with us. Out Hephestus. Just look at X.
They're hiding at the moment.
Hephestus.
Everyone else who's hiding, I think, would probably need to make a stealth check for me unless you're moving away from the building.
Ah, I'm so good at those. Just a moment.
As he's entering this, he's going to say, the followers of the Hydra attacked us. Killed most of our group.
As you say, the crushing wave attacked you. That does make sense. We have alliance with them. You should.
I don't know. They just.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just appeared one night and started slaughtering us. We were already fairly banged up from a previous encounter.
You can see the figure has lost focus on what you're saying and is moving to the door to look outside.
Miss, this is very important.
Just wait, I thought I heard something. And you can see the two figures come to alertness of the guards along the north wall.
Just
Yes.
pushed against the wall, trying to be sneaky. I'm very sneaky. Don't worry about it, guys.
So I mean, you see this monk stick their head out of the doorway and look to the left and right. You can see you guys trying to hide there.
As soon as she sticks her head out, Alexander's going to cast magic missile on one of the one on the right, the monk inside.
Sure. Was there something you wanted to say as well, Helios?
I was gonna say at that point, time to fight.
Yes, and also, can I see something? Can I see the people there, or am I not able to? Because I can see in game, but I don't wanna metagame.
You can
Like,
see through the window there. This is true. And
all right, good.
as for what you see, it looks to be a dormitory. It's arranged with very kind of uncomfortable-looking barracks, thin pallets rolled up along the walls. Actually, unless you moved up to the window, there would be
I
lying
mean-
on the ground, so you wouldn't really.
Yeah, if I don't see anyone, then that's what I mean. If I can see, do I see anyone? If I don't see anyone, I'm gonna act like there's no one there.
I
It's just-
announced how many people were in this room.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the other room. They went to
Right.
the side.
You would know that there are people in there. There'd be a bit of noise coming from it as well. Let's see if I've got everyone on here.
Anyway, so I started blasting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Blasting,
Okay.
casting.
So you said you cast magic missile on the one. Which one was
On
it?
the right.
The right-hand one. Okay, so 8 points of damage. This figure cries out in surprise and pain, and that is going to bring us most definitely into combat. You see this figure out in front of the door spin around with unnatural speed, and is going to take two unarmed strikes against Alexander there, who's closest.
Fuck.
They must have followed us.
Wahaha! The crashing wave that has no allies.
Let's see here. Never whisper. There we go. Okay, so unarmed strike against you, Alexander. Fuck me. So you're probably dead.
Die outright. Oh
yeah,
no.
wait. So that is how much damage in total?
It's 13.
13. You're still alive, aren't you? Just? Well, you're down, but
No,
you're
I'm
not dead.
unconscious. I'm just unconscious.
Wait,
He
Just
just punches me in the face and I'm unconscious.
Yeah, single
Because
yeah.
because that's 5 damage to get rid of my temporary hit points and then 8 left over. So yeah, I'm unconscious.
Wait, did that 1 HP from last session actually make you survive?
No.
No, he's down. You see your friend drop. Hephestus, 11
I'm
does
dead.
not hit you.
Yeah, this doesn't hit.
I'm like completely dead.
Yeah.
And I yell, this guy one-shotted Alexander.
Alexander's just got his head punched off.
Helios.
That doesn't kill you, does it? Doesn't that just make you...
He's unconscious.
No,
You'll be making
Yeah, I mean, he shot him down. That's what I told.
Yeah,
I didn't tell he died.
what you doing, Helios?
Yeah, so is he full dead or not?
No, he's not full dead. He's unconscious. He's going to do death saves.
Okay, cool. That's gonna inform my turn. Okay,
That's
I-
kill the monk.
Don't know when I need to announce this, so if I can just... There's this, I've never used this, so I don't know how it works. I saw it happen. Do I announce it now or on my turn? It's like, I see an attacker deals damage to
No,
another
you
creature.
do it right after he got hit, so you do it now.
Okay, yeah. They need to make a wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they take equal amount of damage.
Very nice.
Sorry, half damage if they fail.
It's a natural 1.
So they take
8 damage.
no,
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 it's
no,
not 8.
13 damage, yeah.
Doing
13 damage
13. Very nice.
in
The
radiant damage.
radiant energy flies back at this creature. That's a lot of damage. You can see they recoil in pain. They're looking pretty wounded.
Bonus. Okay, I'm gonna bonus action rage, and then I'm just gonna go up and swing at this person recklessly.
Okay, let's have it. 17. Yep, see there. Just get this huge sword in the chest and drop.
Fantastic. And that was. No, not that. Is that? 10 feet, and then I'm just gonna move up and act as a shield. And that's my turn.
Dave.
Alright, I walk up. 1, 2, 3. I go inside, and oops. Right here. And I use Lay on Hand to heal Alexander like 5 hit points. No, what's Alexander max? I wanna just get him to max. I don't
8.
want him to auto. So I'll use 8 hit points. You're so flimsy.
Just for context, I have 35 health.
Yeah. I have 23 and I rolled a 1 like last level up. Yeah, so I'll use 8 HP to get you to max. Wake up. With a slap.
Nice. As you move inside, that brings us to Onyx.
Alright, I'm gonna move up. And then I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna target this guy and this guy.
Okay,
I would also move like a 5 foot to not interrupt him if I see him casting.
sure.
Nice.
Guess they both hit.
Yeah.
And an advantage on the first attack, I think.
Yeah, against
Yes.
both of them. So 12 radiant to the first, 11 to the second. That's a lot of damage. Both of them looking wounded. The one on the right barely standing at this point.
Well, I'll sit.
Okay. Let's see here. Back to Alexander. You are on the floor, but you're awake.
Oh, why is it always nose? Ah. He's going to point towards the guy on the left and mindful of him.
All right.
Bit distracted about his broken nose again.
So that one, it's 2 psychic. Yeah, 2 psychic and subtract a d4. He's about to swing out towards Ek. This magic hits into him. Are you moving?
I'm going to stand up, use half my thing, and then just move to the side, just to that.
Okay. So X, you see this figure wounded, but doesn't look like they're ready to step down from the fight. They start to move around you, and you can see his friend on the other side kind of doing the same thing, or he will at least on his turn. This guy's going to take 2 unarmed strikes against you.
Oh, what?
So it's a miss and then a natural 20 for 8 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And
Bye temporary hit points.
It's been my turn, so I'm gonna use another reaction for the rebuke.
how many times can you do that?
Divine. It's uses my divine sense, so 3 times every long rest.
Doesn't it use your channel divinity?
Hey,
Actually,
Shell Divinity, no.
You get one of those.
Yeah, you get 1.
Oh, I misunderstood this feed then. Okay, sorry.
Sure. So you take the 8 bludgeoning, nothing happens to him, and his friend comes up from behind and is going to be doing the same. He's going to get +2 to his hit as they're kind of flanking you here. So a 20 will hit you for 4 bludgeoning, I think, eh?
Yes.
Nice. Never mind.
You're
Doesn't
surrounded
include
by
the crit.
Yeah, you hear them. They are kind of. You hear them shouting out, "Intruders, to arms!"
Head
Hephestus.
through the window.
Hephestus says, back to back, eh? And throws a sacred flame to this guy and flanks this guy. That's my
Okay.
turn.
Let's make it save.
Conga line.
a lot of natural ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
with 7 radiance, this guy, the burning is too much, and he grabs at his chest before just collapsing to the floor.
So that's my turn.
Squire.
Am I hitting the one on the right or the left? Which one went down?
Right's dead, so left.
So I have advantage on him.
Yeah, that'll hit. 6 slashing, just shy of killing him, unfortunately. But the creature looking extremely wounded now.
But my second hit.
Oh yes, that will finish him off, of course. Okay, so the guard's taken care of. You do hear people in the corridors beginning to move around, calls and shouts out from other parts of the building. Are you guys continuing on in combat and just preparing for more enemies to arrive?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. We're not.
Yeah, Hephestus would do so. Yeah.
Well, why don't we get out of this room with several entrances and try to find ourselves a more defensible position?
What are these windows here?
Yes.
I think the idea of going
Since-
back is the good.
Since we had the nice start, or we go by turn.
So if you guys have a general idea of kind of all running out of the building or doing that, we can do that as a group, but otherwise we're still in the turn order.
I say we just keep going and we just charge down.
Hephestus would kick this door open.
Okay, well, easy enough. So in that case, X, you finished off this creature. Let's get this door open for you.
Alexander's more focused on his broken nose again, trying to like fix it up a bit. Like, oh, why is it always the nose?
I full healed you. You're fine. Stop complaining, Alexander.
And moving a bit.
It's back to being straight from when Helios broke it.
So no, Hephestus, it's
Oh,
not
that's-
your turn. It's X's turn.
Okay. Yeah.
You took your attacks, X. Are you going to use your movement?
Yeah, I'll
There we
go
go.
there.
Okay, going to the top of the round once more with Helios.
Is there any way I can try to figure out where the enemies are coming from?
Most directions, the left and the right, effectively.
I'm gonna go open this door. I just want to see what's there.
All right.
So is opening doors an action?
No, free action. So you can see 2 more doors on this side, a window on the north, and the corridor continues around the corner. You do hear shouts coming from further down the corridor here.
Maybe if we block the door, give them less ways to get to us.
I'm just more annoyed I'm gonna have to drop rage.
Attack me.
Don't attack Alexander. You will actually just murder me.
No, I'm kidding. Don't do that, please. I don't think I can take like most.
of your end. You haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage since then. I'm just gonna stand here then and hope something attacks me.
Okay.
If you want, I can attack you.
Dave, what you doing?
I'm hearing noises all around. I saw X go in, so I'm gonna follow him. I can walk. Check before moment. Walk up to here. So just walk up here and support X, I guess.
Sure. Are you holding an action or anything else?
Oh, I should probably just, I'll just dash here and kick the door open.
This door is beginning to open already.
Oh, then I'll just stay there. If it's beginning to open, I'll just stay where I am.
Okay.
Preparing an attack, maybe. No, I can prepare a javelin. I have a ranged weapon. So yeah.
Okay. Onyx.
Alright, we'll fly up here and then I will hold a firebolt for a hostile creature to enter range.
Okay, Alex.
Alexander's gonna go up and support Helios because he's by himself, just in case a bunch of people come his way. And I'm gonna prepare a Mind Silver for the first hostile creature, I think.
So we get to the defenders, and yes, doors begin to open. People begin to file out into hallways. So we're going to have some hold actions triggering here. So go and roll your javelin. Go and roll your mind sliver. People come out on both sides.
My
Give me that
polar
saving
master
throw.
reaction.
What's that, X?
I have my polar master reaction as soon as they get in range.
Yep, that's the wrong one. That's Minor Illusion.
Does
I
that
throw
25
feathers
hit?
at them.
So a javelin hits as this figure moves out into the corridor. The javelin sinks into him. He takes a step forward in the glaive. You're able to make that attack. 13 he'll step to the side. He will. Actually, in fact, one moment. As the javelin flies towards him, it will. Can he not do this? No, never mind. That's not an effect he has. He's going to keep coming on, and you can see people 1, 2 moving out of the room, and 3.
Oh my!
So
You're in danger.
going to be some attacks against X here. We're going to start off with some multi-attacks from these guys as they move in to defend the place. 9, so let's see, 9 hits this guy. Pretty wounded from that.
He also has to do an intelligence saving throw for Mind Silver.
Yeah, you're looking down the other corridor. We'll get to that now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. I thought you were talking about that one. Sorry, misunderstood you.
So there's going to be some multi-attacks here. Why isn't my sheet opening? There we go. 2 from the first guy. What's your AC at the moment, X?
17.
Okay. And 2 from the... In fact... Let's see here. Yeah, for the moment, they're not kind of coordinated, just trying to get at you and hit you as hard as possible. So there's going to be 2 from this guy, which also both miss. And then this third one that's hitting diagonally into you. It's going to be 2 from him. So it's going to be +2 to hit. These 2 will both hit. So it looks like you're going to be taking... Yes?
Use my reaction. This is
Okay.
Deception fighting style. I can
Roll
roll a
it.
d10. Take 2 damage off the first one.
Plus your proficiency.
Oh, so that's 0.
4 damage.
So
Oh,
you
that's
block
proficiency.
all... Yeah, you can. You see the paladin reach in and hits away one of the attacks, cutting the guy's forearm, but you do take 6 bludgeoning. Let's see here. On the other side, creatures begin to file out in a similar fashion. And then this is a whole monastery. There are quite a few people here. Now,
Fine.
in saving throw from the guy in the front here, as the mind sliver hits him. That is a fail, so he's going to have a d4 from his next attack off and 6 psychic. Hephestus, how are you responding to all this?
No, it's only saving throws, not attacks.
Yep, perfect.
I see X getting hit. I yell to the others not to try not to split up. I go here. Can I use a cone and not hit X?
Yes.
Okay. So I would use a 15 centimeter cone. I guess I don't hit the last guy, correct? Something
No,
like that.
you would. I didn't move him up correctly.
And I would approach quietly the others, and I will tell them, "Allow me, please." and then I will start pumping electricity, and I will use that feature.
Nice.
I will burn my channel divinity, so I'm casting at max damage a thunder wave.
Thunderwave isn't a cone. Thunderwave is a square. Let's
It's a
see.
square?
Yeah,
Ooh.
3x3 that you can be on the corner of, but yeah, I don't think you'll be able to hit all of the guys here like you want to. I'm afraid you'd probably just hit 2 of them.
Yeah, still 2 less. Maybe I can if it's a square. Let me check.
15-foot cube, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will hit X this
Get
way,
the
I
back
guess.
3.
Yeah.
So are you
Yeah,
gonna?
but it says originating from me.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So you can.
Only if I could go to X space and then go back to my space. I mean, if I could go here, hit those 3 in front, and then go here again.
Mm.
You will take an opportunity attack.
Yeah, no worries.
So I mean, you technically can do that.
Okay, I will try to do so.
Also,
And
aren't dwarves smaller size, so it's part of their feature?
They're
no,
medium.
it's medium.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're medium size.
Medium. They're medium.
So
Okay.
they get 16, 16 thunder damage,
Yeah, yes.
and
Okay.
they roll a
Con save.
save. I think it's a con. Let me check. Yeah, con save. Yeah.
So top to bottom, left to right. It's gonna be a fail. It's gonna be a fail. Success from this one at the back.
And they are pushed 10 feet away if they fail.
Okay.
Away from me.
Yes. Okay, so half damage to the guy who succeeded. I said it was 16, so he's going to take 8. Everyone else there is going to be taking 16. And getting pushed. The one right up against X is no more. He
I was
crumbled.
not meant to summon that.
All right. You staying where you are, Hephestus?
Then no, I will move away. I will move forward, just next to X. That's my turn.
Well, it's over to you then, X.
Let's see. I think I'm going to use my second wind to what is that? 1d10 plus my fighter level. 3.
Fucking oath.
Start. Oh, actually at max. And then see. Ooh, woof. I assume 11 missed as well.
I'm afraid so.
Yep. That's it for me.
Okay. Helios, you see a bunch of figures running towards you. What you going to be doing?
I am just gonna throw a.
Oh wait, I forgot this half of the round. They would have moved up and made an attack against you. These guys in the front.
Sure.
So let me just do that quickly.
Can these guys even get through the doorway like that?
Well, he's gonna attack from his friend's square, then not stay there, move out, just like Hephestus did, I imagine.
Is that an opportunity attack then?
No, he's not
I think he's
moving out
Still
of the
in
area.
range.
He's still within range.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to make sure.
No problem. Let's see here. Let's go. Attacks against you. Unarmed strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, very bad.
Those all miss.
All miss. Yeah. Just. Are you like your token? Are you just bare chested?
He's in like his celestial armor since he's raging.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so not able to put any damage into you. How are you retaliating?
I'm gonna swing my sword.
Okay.
Still raging.
Still raging, yep.
Alright, cool.
And go.
Shit, dead.
Yeah, the first guy just kind of split down the middle.
And I'm gonna give this guy a look.
I
The
don't
guy
understand why
next to him
people
is
think I'm a murder hobo. Cuts people in half in one hit.
Are you, so you're
Um,
staying where you are, hey, Helios?
I'm saying right where I am. There's no need for me to move. This is my doorway now.
These guys would have moved a bit closer. Dave, what are you doing?
With my door.
I will throw a javelin, I guess. Another javelin. And well, let's start with the javelin. Probably the one in front that is hurt.
Okay, that hits, yeah?
7 piercing.
Yeah, enough to take him down. Drops into the corridor.
Nice. And I will use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith. Did that say that in chat? Yeah, on X. And tell you, run in, buddy. You're not gonna get hit.
+2 to AC. Onyx?
Alright, move down here a little bit. I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon right in this square.
Which square is that? Perfect.
This one.
Let's use a party token for now, so you can control that.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then I'm gonna hit with it.
That will just miss, I'm afraid.
Okay.
What form does it
And
take?
dagger.
Okay,
And then I'm a firebolt.
nice. That will hit. 8-5, very nice. Catching him against the wall there. Are you ending a turn?
Yep, that's it.
So this door at the end of the corridor opens, and you see some grey-skinned individuals. Hephestus would instantly recognize these as Duragar. Some of the others might as well. I don't know how much interaction you would have had with creatures like this, but you can see that one moves out into the corridor, weapon in hand, as it grows in size to about that size and begins to charge down the hallway. It's going to get to about there. And as for the others behind him, they're going to be throwing javelins.
X1 back, I lied. You're going to get hit.
Okay, so it's going to be 2 javelins thrown against, let's see here. Now, this is definitely, you're going to have some form of cover against this, because there's a lot of people in this corridor. They are definitely going to struggle. I'm going to say you have 3/4 cover as they try to shoot around the enlarged guy, but they're going to attempt to. So, natural 20 to hit you.
Which one?
One of the smaller guys with the ranged javelin. And
Oh no, which one did they hit?
Yeah,
hit X.
Okay.
Yeah, the hit
How
X.
much damage?
I'm just checking here because I rolled the wrong one. I rolled as enlarged damage, so you shouldn't be doing this much. I want to make sure I'm not doing too much to you here. It's going to be 2 now because of the crit. It's a total of 2d6 plus 2, so 9 total. 9 piercing. A pretty hectic shot gets through, sinking through the armor. These figures are screaming for you to lay your weapons down or die. Alexander, what you doing?
Before I use my reaction to
Oh.
block some of the damage, just will
Okay, roll on that.
D10 plus. Sorry. Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
so
Okay, so
block
you
all
take-
of them.
My health is
All
a
the damage.
yo-yo.
Yeah. I throw my shield and bring it back like a boomerang.
So Plutus, what you doing?
He's gonna move up here to see that guy that's on the doorway, and he's gonna mind silver him to save resources.
Okay. It's a fail. We'll take 4 points of psychic.
And then he's just gonna hop up against the wall.
Okay, looking pretty close to death. So as we get around to the Sacred Stone monks, you see a figure move into sight at the end of the corridor. Helios. You can see a figure that's wearing kind of the same monk outfits that all these other figures are, but this, you can see there's a female with kind of a mostly shaved head, and she seems to be wearing a blindfold.
Oh fuck! It stole my thing.
So you know she means business. So she's going to. Let's just see how much speed she's got. Yeah, she calls out, "This one's mine," and sprints forward, passing the two stone monks, rushing up to Helios, and just starts wailing at you with attacks here. So it's going to be an unarmed strike to kick things off and straight into your chest. Let me stop fucking whispering all this shit. Never whisper. Here we are. I'm going to re-roll
Does
this.
this module come before or after Avatar? With
Sure.
Tasha.
So, unfortunately, a low roll, a 12 doesn't hit you as you sidestep out of the way. She swings around with another one. A 20 to hit you, Helios?
That will hit.
Okay, so 14 bludgeoning total, but you are raging. However, you feel she hits you in quite a tender spot right between the muscles, and you feel for a moment the strength start to fade away. I need you to please make a con saving throw against a stunning strike. Okay, you are stunned until the end of her next turn, and with that she finishes up with the last strike against you. It's going to have advantage, 23 to hit you for a further 10 bludgeoning.
Yeah.
As she will move around you into the room, and you can see.
Can she? I'm in the doorway.
Oh, you're stunned though.
You're stunned, dude. She can slip past you. She's a monk.
Okay.
She's going to get into here. The others are going to bit slowed up from her getting pushing them aside. They're going to arrive late to the party. This one's going to try and make an attack against Helios, but he's got the minus D4 to hit. He has got advantage. So a further 6 bludgeoning to you, and one more attack, and the others won't get a chance this round as they were pushed to the side. And 23, so a further 4, halved down to 4 bludgeoning.
Fuck.
So 3 monks on that side. You've got this blindfolded figure that's moved into the room, Hephestus. You hear her shout out, "I want them alive!"
You muted Hephestus.
Yeah, sorry. I guess I'm casting a Thunder Wave again. I will upcast it.
Would have to move a bit closer again.
Yeah, we'll go a step here, and I believe I get them all, or not?
15
Maybe.
foot. You would get all the ones up to the
I
big
won't
guy.
get the back, yeah. So they have to make a con check as well?
Yeah, con saving throws. The 2 in the front will roll an 18 and a 15.
Yeah, they pass.
And the total damage 21. Even though this guy passes, he still dies from that. The other one is left extremely wounded, barely alive. The big guy. Yeah, he's got to make a save. Which he fails. He's taking full damage from that. He's looking pretty wounded.
And he's thrown 10 feet back against the others.
Yeah, you can see him kind of pushed back against the wall as he gets pushed back as well.
Yeah, and I tell the others I have to help the others. I think they're in trouble back there. And I have 20 feet of movement.
I mean,
You
You're
can make an
facing
opportunity attack if you want.
Okay. Yeah, he definitely will be. Let's see here.
Oh.
Unarmed strike. Natural one.
Yeah,
Himself in the
okay.
face.
So I'm running in the room again, so that's my turn.
X, over to you.
Okay, I will use my fighting spirit. Give myself advantage for the rest of the round. Use my action surge. I'll get myself 2 attacks, both with advantage, and another 5 temporary hit points. So let's see. First, I'll attack this guy in front of me.
Okay. Extremely wounded. That does hit, and yeah, he definitely drops.
Move, what was that, 10 feet up? I believe I'm 15 feet, so that's range still. 23.
Hits, yeah. Or is this the... Oh, yes, because you action surged. And yeah, the big guy does drop, shrinking back to his regular size as he collapses to the ground.
And then I will use my remaining movement to step back so that I get some of that sweet defense maneuver that he has.
You're getting addicted on it.
Give this that defense.
So unfortunately, Helios is done this turn, feeling everyone else just wail onto him. Is going to bring us to Dave.
So there's a lot of people there. So tell me if it's possible. I wanna cast sleep behind here, but I don't know if I can see there. Like I wanna cast it behind, but if I can't
You
see
could
it
cast
there.
it down the corridor, yeah?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
then I
short.
wanna I wanna cast it like very far back to only hit these 3. Try
What's
to
the
get.
range on that? 20-foot radius?
It's 20-foot radius and 90 feet.
You can
like-
do it there, yeah?
Yeah, that works as long as it doesn't hit Helios. So yeah.
Go ahead,
Try to slip
roll
there.
your damage.
Yeah, just a moment. Here we go. It's 26 HP.
That is just enough to get 2 of them. The one guy has 4 and the other guy has 22, so both the people in the front do collapse into sleep.
Nice. And I don't have a bonus action. I'll just walk up here to block the corridor from anyone who's trying to walk up and get ready to defend X.
Onyx.
Okay, I'm gonna use my spiritual weapon against the last monk that's still
Okay.
up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, 6 points of force. Gets
Then I'm gonna move
extra dagger stab.
here. And I'm a twin spell, another guiding bolt.
So keep in mind, if you're shooting down the corridor, there's 1, 2, 3 people you're shooting past. Who's the second target here?
Okay. And this lady right
He
here.
would get at least +2 to his AC for this.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So roll
First for the monk.
yeah, boss.
Again, that's a miss.
15 will miss, I'm afraid. She definitely steps out of the way.
And then the lady.
Oh, I thought that was... Yeah, they both miss regardless, unfortunately.
Okay, that's fine. And I'm gonna move here. And that's my turn.
Okay. As we get to the Durgar, they look to their friend, they look up to you, and they start stepping forward, menacingly raising their war picks. And as they get to about here, they both vanish from sight.
Oh, goody.
That is quite menacing. Yeah.
Alexander.
Just standing there menacingly. He's gonna run the fuck away. To heal. And then he is going to cast a magic missile at the bitch.
Okay, go for it.
Kill a bitch.
How many was that? Yeah, that was the 3.
Okay, you can see kind of spins around. Nothing to save her from this, though. Can't feel them coming or see or anything. They slam into her for 9 points. She does get shocked back a little bit.
Blindfold's a mine thing, not yours.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, you see she bursts into action. Immediately, Naruto running right at you. She's going to get up to you and make a melee attack.
Again, opportunity attack first.
You're stunned.
My
No,
stun's ended.
At the end of her turn.
What? Oh, fuck.
End of
really?
turn.
Monks are broken,
Yeah.
man. It feels really good to finally get to use on myself. But a 10
It misses!
A 10 misses. She's not happy about that, so she's gonna swing one more time.
no, don't die.
A 24.
I'm dead.
So you're
Wait, no, I'm not dead.
you're not dead
I'm
outright.
unconscious.
The last attack will spin around to Onyx.
Back unconscious I go.
15 to hit you, Onyx. Are you gonna shield? Okay, very nice. Okay, so that doesn't hit you, in fact. As for the monks behind, they're going to. Let's see. That one's asleep. This one will. Let's see. It'll step over its friend, take the opportunity to squeeze into the room, and it's going to. While you are still stunned, take this unarmed strike. They all move on the same initiative.
Hasn't some ended if her turn's ended?
Technically, her turn hasn't ended because she's still a Sacred Stone monk. She's on their initiative order. These guys are all
Doesn't
moving at
matter.
the same time. So, a 7 and a 6, 13, halved to whatever you would take. 7 points. The rest are sleeping. That's no more Sacred Stone monks. Hephestus, what are you doing?
I'm getting, first of all, I'm throwing a healing word at Alexander,
Okay.
telling him
Thank you.
to go the fuck away. You are too explicit here.
I mean, can
Yes,
he will get
okay.
hit? See if it goes away.
Yes, okay.
No, I literally cannot get far enough away from her unless I... No, I literally can't.
And I will go here, giving me and Onyx an advantage. And I will try to get her attention. I will curse her, I will badmouth her, and so on. Hey, you bitch, what are you doing there? And so on. Yeah.
So, what was your action? Sorry?
My action was to throw a healing word as a bonus action, and I could do a main action. So yeah, I would throw a sacred flame at her. So let
Okay.
me roll the damage, since it's a cantrip.
She's pretty good at Dex, as you could
Yeah, I
guess.
know, but yeah.
So, what? She does not have proficiency in Dex saves? That's so dumb. Okay, look at that, an 8. Yeah, she takes 2 points of radiant.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Monks don't have Dex. Save, efficiency? Huh,
This one apparently does not.
that's weird.
I can't hear you if you're talking. Squire?
Oh,
Fire.
okay. Let's see. Guess I will step forward and attack with disadvantage.
Okay.
Let's see.
11 is not
11.
gonna... No, you just slice through air. Nothing happening. Same for that.
Yep. That's it. I'll take a step back just so that we're shoulder to shoulder. They can't get behind me.
Okay. So Helios, free from the stun finally, you see this lady's moved into the room to attack the weaker members of your group. What you doing?
I'm gonna swing at this guy.
Okay. 16 hits for a total of 10 points of damage. Extremely wounded, but not brought down in one strike.
that's it for me.
Dave.
I will ready a attack to whenever I see a sign of them, either attacking X or if they appear somewhere, and
Okay.
not let them go through if that's possible. Like try to block the hallway with X.
Okay, Onyx.
Remove the spiritual weapon here. I'm gonna attack the Sacred Stone Monk.
Hits. Drop him.
And then I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on the lady.
Okay. This is a failure.
12 necrotic.
Very nice. Okay. And are you saying who you are?
Yeah,
I
I'll
can't.
stay where I'm at.
So the
Thank you.
Durga, who are on the GM layer, so they're not showing up here, are going to. We're going to launch some attacks here. So as soon as the attack becomes visible, the one in front will swing its war pick at X here, and it's going to do so with advantage because you couldn't see it when it did its attack.
Or
But advantage is not going to help. That's an 8 and a 6. The other one is going to do something similar.
I'm gonna hit this guy because he's the first to appear with my ready action.
Good. Yep, go for it.
Just a moment. One-handed longsword.
nice.
That hits.
That's a
Roll.
hit.
5 slashing, very nice. So this one's going to be attacking you, the second one. So 5 to him. Baba. Then this attack comes at you with a, and that's going to be a 20 to hit you for 7 piercing.
Yep. So I take 7 minus 5 from the temporary HP, so minus.
Okay. Oh, not yet. Alex, what you doing?
He's going to stand up, disengage, and move his 15 feet the fuck away from this bitch.
Okay. Anything for a bonus?
I don't think I have any bonus action.
Okay, just checking.
Dense.
Because she's going to now burst into action. Whirling Dervish style is going to send a strike out at you first, Onyx. Let's see here. It's going to be 22 to hit you for 14 bludgeoning. That's a flipping high roll. Let's see here. Let me just see if she gets her stunning strike back. What is that? That's a no. So you're looking pretty wounded, right, Onyx?
Yeah.
She's gonna send another strike at you then to try and bring you down. Let's see here, Helen Ray. $17 to hit you for 13. Okay, gonna shield. What does shield make your AC?
18.
Very nice. So flurry of attacks on the third and final one is still going to come at you as she tries to get past your shield. And the 19.
Yep.
And she is going to non-lethal unless something is happening.
Oh.
What's happening?
I'm gonna use my reaction to get to the metallic dragon.
Okay. What
She
happened?
gets a +2 to it. Oh, sorry, within 5 feet. Never mind.
Okay, I'm afraid not. You see, she hits him in the temple and he falls unconscious. Not going to be making death saves. She did so non-lethally. The other guys are sleeping. You can hear shouts from further in. People are like a bit too far away to react, but there are others in the building. No Sacred Stone monks further in the direct vicinity. After she takes down Onyx, she is going to move around Hephestus to here. Hephestus, what you doing?
Okay, throwing a healing word to Onyx, just go down. And cursing here, I'm throwing a sacred flame at here.
How much for the healing word?
Yeah. 8.
Damn those high walls.
Nice, yeah. Okay, so that's your turn, Hephestus, squaring off against this formidable enemy. X, you are up against 2 Durgar. What are you doing?
Same as always. Let's see.
That is just a miss, I'm afraid. Sorry. These guys are more armored than the others.
Yeah.
They wear scale mail and they have shields. Similar fashion will miss. You staying where you are?
Yeah.
Okay. Helios.
I'm going to move behind her. And I'm going to swing my sword.
Okay.
Fuck.
And an 11 will not do it, I'm afraid. Even though she is blind, she seems very perceptive of her situation and just deftly steps to the side.
And I'm just going to move 5 more feet over there.
Okay, Dave.
I will send in the
Sorry,
support.
at the top of the round, you guys, those of you that can see through the window here, these large double doors burst open and you can see a couple of figures standing there in quite formidable looking stone garb.
Oh, I recognize that. They can-
Great, the stone bricks.
Yeah.
But anyway, Dave, what are you doing?
I just need to hit the guy in front of me. Die already. Out of character. 100.
Hits?
Fast.
Is this the one right in front of you or the one you were hit already that's to the north?
The one right in front of me. I need.
Okay. 5 slashing, nice. Is that going to be your turn?
Yes, I don't have any bonus action.
Onyx. Prone.
Yeah. The first thing I'm gonna do is move my spiritual weapon over here, and it's gonna take a swing.
Okay. Will not hit, I'm afraid.
Does it go
Then I'm
plus
gonna
2?
stand up.
Oh, with a +2. Wait, does the spiritual weapon get the flanking? I guess so, yeah. With the +2, you will just hit. Let's just see here. And I don't think she can use her parry because she can't sense this with her blind side. It's a floating weapon. Oh, yeah, that'll hit. 6 force.
Okay. Then I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna move 15 feet here.
Okay.
I really
And
thought
I'm a-
you were, but sorry.
Then I'm gonna toll the dead, the lady.
That's another fail. And what, 8?
8 necrotic.
She is officially looking bloodied.
All right, that's it.
Okay, Durga, they're gonna make some attacks here, pushing up against you guys. Let's just check something else. Nope. Okay, it's gonna be a war pick against X and a war pick against. Not against X, it doesn't work, and then against Helios, it's a 20. I mean, against Dave, it's a 21 to hit you for 3 piercing.
Take it. And smile at him.
Cludus?
Let's see. So he's going to move up to here, and he's going to cast Mind Sliver on the bitch.
That's a fail.
That's 5 psychic and D4 off her next saving throw.
Perfect. So that brings us to her here. Let's see here. And she is going to slip underneath and around Hephestus. Tax opportunity if you want them.
Why do you hate me so much?
Did I have? I think I didn't have a weapon. Do I have the time to, to take it in my hand and hit her or not?
Do you not have like a warhammer in your hand or something?
I have a warhammer, but I use my free hand to cast. I don't have, that feat which allows you to cast with weapons.
I think
So-
it's okay. You can make an attack roll. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you and Onyx, you guys keep. She's just trying to knock you guys out, but you keep getting resurrected. So
I mean,
that'll hit.
Yeah.
Very solid chunk of damage. Helios, the 10 will miss as she slips around. Spinning around Hephestus, she is going to do a roundhouse kick at our unfortunate wizard, but a 15.
Wait. I cast shield. Fuck you.
Okay. That is, let's see here. That's going to cause her to have to use her second one, which is also going to miss. And she is going to curse her luck and just call it, keep spinning around to over here. You can take attack opportunity if you have a weapon out.
Yeah, I do have resort, that little silent dagger thing.
And Onyx, you get a
Down again.
straight to the chest, and in a similar fashion, it's going to be non-lethal, and we'll use the rest of the movement to get in here.
That's the wrong dagger, but oh well. Miss anyway.
Oh, wait a second. I get a opportunity attack once she enters my range.
Oh.
You can attempt it.
All the opportunity attacks.
You get an opportunity attack.
You can use your reaction to parry that. She'll slap that aside. Then just any other? No. So you can see the door open, and there's a couple of figures that are beginning to move out, but they're only going to move on next turn. Hephestus, back to you.
She's starting to get on my nerves. Seriously, I'm going here. Bonus action, throwing a healing word to Onyx.
You still have spell slots left?
Yeah, this is my last first level slot.
Okay.
I got another second. One more second. So my action will be to drag Onyx in the room and block the door with my body. So do I roll an athletics or something?
No, it's just a grapple, which, I mean, he's unconscious, so you can easily do it and drag him away.
And stand over his body,
Okay,
blocking the door. Yeah.
X.
Yes, I will.
Attack the bitch!
Yeah, I'll clear the way and try to hit her.
Unfortunately, 12 will not. Neither will a 15. She is extremely deft.
Well, it wouldn't have hit the Durgar either, so.
All right. She's in the corner there, blocking everything she can, dodging. Helios. You see Laruk in the top here.
Oh no.
I'm gonna bonus action deploy my wings.
Okay.
Can I get into here?
You can squeeze past your ally, yes.
Fantastic. Squeeze past him. Go there. Recklessly attack with my greatsword.
Okay.
Fucking die.
Afraid this woman just keeps dodging all the attacks. You have her pinned in the corner there, however.
Oh my god.
That's my turn.
Laruk steps forward. He holds his hands out, and you see these heavy set guards with quite intimidating looking armor on them. They are wielding, let's see here, morning stars. They're going to make their way to the nearest door. Let's see here, pushing through into the corridor. They're going to dash, and you lose them from sight temporarily. Laruk will step forward here. In a similar fashion, call out that he wants them alive, and he is going to. He's going to cast slow in the room here. So I need a wisdom save from all of you guys, except.
Can you do it?
Let's see here. I'll drop a radius down there just to double check. It's a 40-foot cube, so he can most likely get all of you guys.
You can do it to people he can't see.
He's looking through the window, doing it into the room. Let's just check if he needs to see all the targets. Doesn't say he needs to see.
Target of your choice.
Yeah, I mean players make advantage of that all the time, so I'd say he can as well.
Okay.
I am so.
Wisdom, wasn't it?
Wisdom save. The spell save DC is a 13.
Oh, thank fuck.
So Onyx,
That
Dave,
one.
Onyx, Dave, and X, you are all slowed.
What is slow? Can you?
Minus
I'm
2
not.
to your AC, only 1 attack per round, and only action or bonus action, not both, and no reactions.
Ooh,
It's
good
the
luck,
first
X.
case.
X, you're gonna start taking damage. Just
Yep.
put it out there.
There we go. There's the most important parts, effectively. That's his turn. He's gonna smile from the other side of the window, watching this all happen.
Wank on.
Is that a concentration spell?
Yes.
Yes,
Is it? Oh.
I believe it is. Yes, and you get to make
Yes,
a save
there
at
is
the end of your
concentration.
turn.
Oh, okay. It's the way I've been rolling. I'm not
Yeah,
holding
alright.
out.
So what's happening? It's Dave's turn.
Oh, it's sorry. I just attacked the guy in front of me slowly.
It's gonna miss. Creatures coming on, starting to surround the group. Ending your turn. Anything else you're doing?
And I
wisdom
can't
save.
do it. Oh,
Okay, Onyx.
oh,
Yes.
do I get the wisdom save at the end of my turn or
Oh yeah.
only from?
To drop the slow, you can try. Yes.
Please. Pretty please,
Unfortunately
no.
not. Onyx, you can crawl out from Hephestus's legs if you want to. You are prone still.
I'm actually gonna misty step.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go here.
Out in the fresh air, you see the fading sun above you. The light is barely anything left now.
So that was my bonus action, so I don't have an action, so I'm just gonna move over here and hide behind the wall, and I'll take my wisdom save.
Go for it. Durgar's
Nice.
nice. Okay, yeah, you break out of the slow. The Durgar, seeing they're not having much chance hitting X, but they seem to be hitting Dave. They're going to focus both on you. 2 war pick attacks against you, Dave.
Oh,
Good heavens, I apologize. Let's
that's
see here.
fine.
So
I
minus
just
2 to your
hits.
AC.
Both
Should,
just hit.
yeah. So it's going to be a total of 14 points as they start slamming into you, beating you with the blunt ends of the handle, trying to knock you unconscious, as their bosses have ordered you to be captured. Alex, what are you doing?
I'm going to go so I can see through the window and see Larok, and I'm going to mind sliver him.
Okay.
To see if he can fucking drop that concentration.
It's an int save, which is going to fail. It's going to take 1 psychic, which is enough to trigger the check.
Yeah, that's the main thing, not the fucking damage.
Let's see, con save, boom, and the slow drops.
Haha, fuck yourself. He's gonna call out, if you want to keep us alive, don't cast Shadow, we will all die at this point.
All of us.
Nice.
Every single
Literally all
one.
of us. But he's gonna pop around outside. Join Onyx hiding away.
Helen Ray, seeing she's surrounded, moves into a kind of defensive martial arts style, slides along the floor under some blows to the middle here, is going to hit Dave in the kidneys with an unarmed strike, and is going to non-lethally. You see Dave drop. She's going to spin around to Helios, and 24 to hit you for 11 bludgeoning. Helios. She's going to get. What's this?
I'll be right back, sorry.
Oh, no problem. It's going to force. Oh wait, let's see if she's got her thing back, her special ability. On a 5 or a 6 it comes back. She doesn't, so she's not going to force any save from you. She's going to send her last strike at you and just try and take you out, being the most resilient person here. But you are going to take a further bit of damage, not enough to knock you out. No more stone monks, or let's see here at the very least. Going to be some running down there. One more there. Hephestus, what you doing?
I believe that sleep drops as well, since Dave went down, or not?
It's not concentration.
It's not.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, nice. I would tell the others that we're in trouble here, and I would throw my last second level up casted healing word on Dave since he went down.
Okay.
And I will tell the others I don't have any other spells. So back to back hand combat.
I'm
All
alive.
right.
That's my turn.
X.
Sorry. I have a sacred flame.
Yes.
I will throw it to the bits. Yeah.
Okay. So she'll make a dex save,
Bitch.
which she fails. Take a further 5. She's looking pretty messed up at this point. X, what you doing?
So do we need to retreat or are we fighting this out? So do I get advantage on her?
Retreat.
Yeah, I guess I do because she's
Get +2
surrounded.
to hit, not
Yeah,
advantage.
+2.
Oh, +2. Okay.
Yeah, you saw. I mean, there's a couple of fresh guards coming up that are going to come
sake.
around the corner, and Laruk himself is still alive, so it's not looking too good.
I think we should escape. Yeah.
I guess it's too late for me to take disengage.
You doing offhand
Uh,
attack?
Yeah.
Guys. Hey, that will hit her. Actually, has she used her reaction this round? She hasn't. She's going to use her reaction to add 3 to her AC, unfortunately, causing that
What's that make her AC?
19 total.
Isn't it 20 because of a +2?
Yes, thank you. You are right. So that will still hit. 6. Not enough to bring her down, but getting very close.
Are we
We need to get the
trying to
fuck out of here.
okay, I guess I'll stand there. Well, let's see.
Menacing me.
I forget, what are the rules around moving around people?
It's fine as long as you don't leave their attack range.
So I can go to the other side of her?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Durgal could attack you, but not her.
That would
Yeah.
make an opportunity attack if you went there.
Her as well.
Well, that's out of her range.
You know, yeah, I'll just stand there and be a human shield for the rest of them.
That's going to
And
get
the
you.
school-
Hephestus is there, so you can't stop there.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
You're going to take attacks opportunity then, hey?
I'll take 2 from the Duragar.
And one from the.
I thought you meant like if you go to the corner here, you're still within 5 feet of her. But if you step out of the room, you're leaving her range.
I see. Okay, I'll stay in the corner then.
Okay, so the Durgar swing at you is going to be a 20 to hit you for 6 piercing, and that's it.
It
Can
doesn't
I
have a
use my reaction? Can I
Yes.
use my reaction to block that? Because that was still in range. Yeah.
You see
Thank
Dave, who's lying on the floor, just kind of stick his weapon up.
Yes. Oh fuck. Wait.
You roll a d10 plus your prof.
Come on. Take no damage. Take no damage.
Yes. X hasn't taken any damage this fight, and it's not going to.
Do you still have temp HP?
I think
No,
that
I
was
yeah, I had the second wind, or not second wind, second
true.
wind myself. But
Okay.
other than that,
Shh, don't tell them. It boosts morale if we say we didn't take any damage. Okay.
Helios is probably the most wounded you've ever been in your life.
I'm gonna recklessly attack this woman again.
Okay.
With +2. Yeah.
Thank fuck.
So 23 hits, and for 19 total, is it 9? Is that 10 extra added on there?
Yep.
How do you want to do this?
I'm just decapitating this bitch. She's done so much crap.
I was
Okay.
kind of hoping.
As she tries to duck under the blade, you angle it differently, pushing off the wall to change your momentum, and in one foul swoop, the body just drops.
And I think with that, just guys, we need to make a strategic retreat at this point. And I'm gonna go 30 feet that way. to the door.
Okay. Dave. Wait, that brings us to Laruk, who's not very happy about this. Let's see. Well, he doesn't know that she went down. He couldn't see that at all. He is aware that his slow stopped. Flip.
Remember, no shadow.
Within range, 10 feet.
Don't cast another slow, please.
He will walk. Let's see, 10 feet. What could he do here? I'm just thinking if he would shatter or do something else.
Shadow will kill me.
Do any of us have potions?
All of us.
Sorry?
I was asking, does any of us have potions?
No, we were not prepared for this.
I think you guys found one potion in the Necromancer Cave.
Oh no, you're right. We do have one potion, I think.
Who has that?
Wait, no, we didn't. We didn't find a magic potion. We found a magic missile one.
So he is going to move forward. No! And he's going to stand here against the wall and
Wait, where is he? I'm so confused. He disappeared.
He's over here, we can't see him.
stand out of the side. And you see the ground here begin to ripple and shake as indentations of Laruk's hands begin to push out of the other side of the wall as he casts Earth Tremor. So 10 feet radius around him. I need dex saves from X and Hephestus.
Thank you. She spared me.
So you both fall prone. And let's just see here. Yeah, you both fall prone. You hear him scream out, "Stop them!" Just enraged. At this point, Dave brings us to you.
Disengage. Get the fuck out of there, Dave.
Damage?
Yeah.
We get 5 damage.
What 5 damage? Oh
Both
yes.
have 5, yes. X and
Yeah,
Hephestus.
So
just use my
disengage-
temporary
dis-
HP.
Okay.
Disengage is just taking my normal move, but not no attack of opportunities, right?
That's your
Yeah.
action to disengage, yes, and then they can't
Yes,
hit you.
yes. So I'll walk up. Wait,
You
here.
only no, you take 2.
and that's
Okay.
all I have to do. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Dave, glorious bus.
I had a spell on X, but I probably lost it by now. I got hit so many times. I'll just say I lost
Yeah,
it.
you were knocked out.
Yeah. Oh, also that. Yeah.
So as you guys begin to retreat, I mean, the only ones that are right up against you is the Durgar, and you can see there's still just enough light outside to make them a bit uncomfortable. I'm going to say, as we head, I imagine you're all starting to pull out as much as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna stay at the door and prepare Orion's blinding eyes. For when the two Durga get in my way, get in range.
Okay, so as you
He's gonna
file,
take some pop shots, but that was it.
sure,
Yeah.
you can kind of run down the steps back to the ridge leading into the Dissaran Hills at most, just shooting back cantrips, anything else to deter enemies from following you. You see the Durgar stop at the door there. These large black earth guards in this kind of stone-worked plate armor begin to stomp after you, but you can see it's kind of hard to run in this, and they eventually begin to fall behind as, thankfully, limping and dragging your allies out of there, you just make it back into the Sumber Hills. A full frontal assault against the Sacred Stone Monastery not going exactly how you planned, I'm afraid. You limp back and find somewhere to avoid notice for now. But that is where we're ending today's session.
Well, I think we lost.
I count. What was the Hulk quote? I count this as a success, something like that.
Yeah. We're not
To be
dead.
fair, I think we would have won it if that monk didn't like just dodge everything.
I mean, that's kind of a monk thing, though. You can't really blame it on a monk being a monk.
Well,
Actually, the thing
it
they
was
kind
a
of-
monk, though. We just all rolled like 15,
Well,
14, 13 against her.
I mean, when
And
you
she
saw
also-
she was blindfolded, you guys should have been like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah, but and also she failed basically every saving throw. Like
I mean, she
every
was that
single
was a CR5. You guys are fighting way out of your depth here, and you're taking on whole establishments.
Fuck
We
the
did
force.
alright.
But you did much better than I thought you would do. Good job,
Yeah,
Hephestus, keeping everyone alive there as well.
If she was
Yeah, no.
if she was a normal monk, she could unlock all the time. Yeah.
Boomerang shield.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens next time, guys. It's quite late here, so I'm going to be signing off. It's midnight. Thanks for playing, everyone.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Good night.
for the game.
Good
Awesome.
night.
See you next
Cheers,
time.
cheers.
See
Yeah.
ya.
Bye bye.
That was a late session.
Oh god, that was so close to dying.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I
if
like
that
those.
second... So that very first attack that killed me, the second attack missed me. If it hit me, I would have been instantly dead.
Yeah, I kind of wish now I had a healing word in my spell list, because I could heal all of you, but I was just like, no, too far, I can't reach you, and I need to touch you. Come, come here.
Well, like, my
I-
biggest spell for damage I couldn't use because everybody was in my way. I'll be giving you a bunch of damage if I fucking used it. I still have two spells left.
yeah, nice.
And
I'm
what's your
just-
spell book look like?
So I had Rhymes Binding Ice in the large reduce for second level. Then I have Shield, Sleep, Silent Image, Distort Value, Magic Missile, and then what other off the top of my head I can't remember.
Yeah. With those high AC creatures, it's better do saves and magic missile.
Magic Missile. Yeah. I don't have any attacking spells.
Yeah, I'm
Just
not gonna
straight up
lie.
none.
I felt bad. I wanted to scream mid-fight, Alexander, start using something that actually deals damage, but I'm assuming.
No, I'm not built for damage. I'm built for avoiding combat entirely.
I can tell. Your
But
balls are
no, I was like, oh, Helios is blocking the path. I can pop in, use Rhymes Binding Ice, cut all their movement to 0, and then move back out. And then he gets stunned, and I'm like, oh fuck.
I just forgot one of my biggest features this whole fight. I think it's. I mean,
Eldritch Divine Smite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I have. No, I don't like Divine Smite. I have fucking. Having my armor
Heresy.
master, I should have taken way less damage, reduced by 3. That's fine. Too late now.
Oh,
You could
oh,
just smite them and touch all the wall.
I would have survived so many attacks. Yeah, that's fine though.
Yeah,
I
you
have.
have to remember those.
Yeah, there's so many features. I'm getting like swarmed by them in my character sheet. It's scary. Also, I'm really
Yeah,
happy I got to use my
Yeah, I try
my-
to reread my character sheet before a session just to remind myself what my abilities are.
cheat,
You know.
yeah.
You know that, so that first attack missed me once when I was unconscious, even with advantage. If it hit me, I would have been instantly dead.
Yep.
You know, with the D6 hit die, you really should be taking the 4.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
should, but it's funner.
Yeah, same. I'm playing in another campaign and I rolled a 1 there too. I think I'm just destined to rolling ones now, forever.
I don't think I've
Next
ever
level, I will
rolled
be
a hit
taking the
most of my
average,
life.
though. I need more than 10 HP by level 4.
I have my rolls so far in HP. I leveled 4 levels in total, like in my campaigns, and it's a 10 and then a 1, a 1, and a 1. I don't know how I like those odds. And it's in that order, so it was like I rolled a 10 the first level I ever leveled, and then it was just like 1, 1, 1. It's gonna keep going forever.
I am planning to multi-class into Rogue, though.
Who are you?
Yeah. Because it's, because he was originally a thief and trickster and all that, so start off with Wizard because that was his main MO, using magic to get money. And then get back his old skills as a thief.
So I have in another campaign an arcane trickster with a 3-level dip in X-Blade, which is
Nice.
actually an incredible. I mean, he has the minimum 13 charisma, but it's actually a super powerful combo that people overlook because you need that 13 charisma.
Yeah. He's probably gonna yeah, so it's gonna be level 4 wizard most likely. Get the ability score, and then rogue.
So
After
what?
that.
Yeah.
So what subclass are you in wizard?
I'm illusionist wizard.
Is
I'm either thinking
what do you call those? War mages are really powerful when you combine that with martial classes.
yeah, it's just war magic is not his style. I
Sure.
go for story more than
Yeah.
what's
I
best.
I kind of like how Dave has like this feature that takes 10 damage off the enemies, like the enemies attack on his
Oh,
friends, but it's just like he's
beautiful.
super squishy now because he rolled 2 ones. So he's like he's supposed to be tanky, but he's just like super flimsy because of his rolls. So it's just like I'll protect other, but it's just like you can break me and then
Yeah, I'm going to be standing next to you for the rest of the campaign.
it's like, but
I'm gonna be
the thing is,
behind you.
I'm also like a redemption cleric, so I'm gonna have like at level 7 the rebuke violence, not rebuke violence. That was the other one. I'll look it up. I'm gonna have